All right, so we got now, guys. Just regroup, heal up, get better, and come back and own the West. Fam, it would have been no contest this year. So they got to stay healthy. That is number one. That's the only thing that can beat the 49ers going forward. And, of course, how many players can we not have to lose in the weeks ahead? But going over the things we always go through, talk about CJ's performance. Who are the offensive players to step up in the absence of the first stringers? George Kittle versus Jamal Adams. Did that ever even materialize? And game ball awards at 49ers offense and the defense. I tell you about the stats, all right? Here's the thing. Why I always say, you rate a quarterback by a full body of work. Somebody's already saying that CJ's better than of course, that Antonio Rosales. CJ did better than Jimmy did against the Hawks. I believe Jimmy's wheel was well wrecked at that time. So, there's no point in trying to count that game. Jimmy G's ankle was dead meat. Anyway, that's neither here nor there for now. Russell Wilson, 20 of 36, 181 yards, 2 TDs. Okay. Guess who outplayed him? The only other quarterback on the team, on the field. CJ, 25 of 37, which is already better. 273 yards and a TD. And granted, CJ got all those yards at the end, but still. Chris Carson, 11 carries, 44 yards. And Wilson Jr., 20 carries, 76 yards. I would call that a draw more than anything else. And Tyler Lockett, here's the story. K1's guy got loose today. 12 receptions, 90 yards, and 2 TDs. That was all the offense these people had, and it was enough for them to win. Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions. Hey, Chad Garrison, this is what I'm talking about. Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions. Five. Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions, 76 yards. This is what I'm saying. Kendrick had a few games like this year. He had some stinkers, but he had more of these than he did stinkers this year. Granted, there wasn't a lot of offense being produced early during the course of the year, but when he was in there, Kendrick was counting. There's a connection between Kendrick. Remember from the first preseason game a long time ago when they first came in? Kendrick and CJ had something going on anyway. It was interesting. HBK times Heem. Hey, did you check the link I sent you? Not yet. I haven't been to my Twitter yet. I just go to the bathroom and add a couple pieces each. Can't wait to see your reaction and would love to hear your early thoughts on it. Okay, well, you know what? HBK, tomorrow I'll make sure we go through this, okay? Because right now we're going to win and finish this. But yeah, as far as CJ's performance, I give CJ a B+. And the reason I do that is because, there's one mistake. The offensive line's got to get stronger. It has got to. There is no quarterback that's going to operate behind an offensive line running Kyle Shanahan's system if they can't get any time to look down the field. They've got to be protected at least for 3 seconds. They got to do it. You can be mobile if you want to, but chances are you're going to end up missing the play or end up running anyway. And that's well, maybe that'll work sometimes, but we saw CJ do some running today. What we want execution on the play is what's going to work and be most effective for the 49ers, and also to be able to run. You can't run behind an offensive line that has no muscle, and that's pretty much what we got right now, or an offensive line that's out of sync. And Trent Williams not being today, that was brutal. You know what? Williams is there. We probably win the game, though. This is give me K1 Williams, give me the 2 Williams brothers, and we win this game. It's just that easy. You stop Lockett, and you allow CJ a little more time to throw because Williams was there last week, and CJ was straight money. But that was a pretty shot he got down to Richie James today. I've always said Richie James may have deep threat ability. That's the second time he's done that. Kyle should consider that. Because deep threat doesn't always mean just fast. Some guys have the ability to get loose. Kyle should really seriously consider Richie James as his deep threat. Anyway, Fam, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into that. And let me give me my ears. A Norm. It's
Niners. Oh,
all day.
get ready to
Norm.
go.
Boy, we
You
put them
feel
up.
me?
They was on the ropes, Norm. They was doing this the whole fourth quarter, and they finally got a shot in underneath, and the 49ers fell. But boy, the Niners was dealing with it, weren't they?
So the chickens, right? So I'm gonna tell you something about these chickens, man. These chickens, I wasn't hearing. I would come in and peep the live stream. I didn't hear not much from the Seahawks fans for like
You
the
couldn't find
second.
them. We was looking
Like
for them.
Joseph wasn't smiley. James Harden shaved his beard. You know what I'm saying? Like Seahawks wasn't raining. It was kind of dry.
Seahawks
Seahawks
rain no longer had a rain.
Seahawks rain was kind of sunny out. You feel me? Like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden they come in with the your stupid ass about these goddamn playoffs round one. How about that?
Oh, Norm, and they played the Rams. They played the Rams in
You
the first round.
barely beat
We got the two
us.
doofus
You barely
teams.
beat y'all play the Rams?
First, next week. Rudy.
Swept us and then get knocked out the playoffs by the teams that we swept. That'd be hella funny.
Norm, who are you going to support in that game, though? I don't know. I'm torn.
Nobody.
Rudy gets on my nerves.
I ain't support nobody. I hope both of them teams lose.
I got to laugh at one of them. If they can't go off at a tie. They got to play that off. I got to laugh at one of them. I'm going to push for the Rams to win. And Goff ain't playing, though.
Get all that mess. Okay, Cowboys got eliminated. That was funny too. Anyway, what happened? CJ Beathard, CJ Beathard today, Jeff Wilson, and Kendrick Bourne. I'm seeing
Bourne. What I'm talking about? Bourne, exactly.
I'm tired of everybody. I hope y'all lay off his Twitter today. Okay, lay off the man's Twitter today. Okay, send us some love or something. Tell your girl to cash out for something. Okay. Send that man some love. He helped us out today. All right, saved us on a few drives.
Yes.
All right. The bad side of our offense, of course. I'll keep telling y'all about what happened. I know we ain't got no time, but I hope y'all see what I've been seeing all season. You know what we need when we draft people, because I was paying attention to what we need in the offseason in this game, and that line.
It's killing us.
Don't blame it on CJ. Everybody, it's CJ's fault. No, if the offensive line would give him some time to do a play, then we probably wouldn't have that turnover.
And dudes who never play ball, always the first thing they do is look at the quarterback. Quarterback can be getting beat into the dirt within 1.5 seconds. Get that quarterback out of here. Man, did you see what just happened? That quarterback don't weigh no 275, 300 pounds. He ain't blocking. God.
Right. So I hope y'all see it now. I hope y'all see what we need for the season, because we could have damn sure won this game. We could have spoiled the ass if we had a good line. So everybody else is cool. It's just that line is trash. That line is boo-boo. That line
it's hard to run behind that line, too.
It's groceries, man. That's it. It's groceries. You eating groceries every time you're in that line, bro.
So,
Kevin Gates. You looking like Kevin Gates eating your food. But I'm gonna let everybody else get on. It was good to see this. I wished everybody a good season. 2020 was kind of garbo, but you know what? I just hope everybody tunes in. You feel me? And shout out to the Cowboys and Raiders fans. Y'all can come sit on the couch with us. Ha! And I see you sea chickens and you lambs next. Oh, Cardinals, y'all come sit down too with us.
Norm, you need to come to chat. Click on Norm. Norm, you tell everybody who you gonna be when you get to chat.
Oh yeah, Norm 209 Empire. Yeah. And I'm gonna post this video coming up too. Y'all go check it out to see how else y'all can feel. And it's Niners all day.
There you go. Norm 209. Norm, appreciate you, fam. Be back tomorrow night.
All day.
See what news develops.
Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back for surely. Shout out Ronbo.
Hey, night, fam. Norm, Storm, and Norm. Norm's 209. And let me, hey, George. Boom, 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 boom. George. Boom, 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 boom. George, 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 George.
Doing, man? How you doing?
Hey, George, I'm sitting back here. I'm really proud of the spirit that's going on in that 49ers locker room. They came out and they gave it all they were worth, and they came close to pulling that game off. Really close.
Yeah,
You know?
as,
But they just don't have that
as we
close part.
expected, man.
Yeah. I actually, George, I tell you the truth, I didn't. I thought that there might be where the Hawks might get loose. I didn't know if DK Metcalf was going to have a number again today, but they kicked his ass, George. They shut DK down. But K1 wasn't there to do something about Lockett. That's the only reason they got away. Jesus.
Yep, that was going to be a few of my points tonight about DK, Mister Muscles out there, you know. But yeah, I love the way they played, man. The reason they shut down Metcalf, I believe they got into his head.
I know, because he was pissed. He was pissed a lot. Throwing the ball all in the stands and everything. He got frustrated, didn't he?
Because if you played any sport, man, it's not just physically playing it, you know. You also got to play the mental game.
Yep.
Yeah, you also got to play that mental game. That's why Richard Sherman does what he does, because he gets into players' heads and, you know, shuts them down that way. But Metcalf, you know, if you saw what I saw, after every play, they hit him after the ball had already passed, you know, and all that. Just letting them show, you know, like, hey, we're here. You ain't going to be free, man. We're here. Like, you ain't going to feel one person, two, like, there's three of us on you.
Hey, George,
felt great, man.
As a matter of fact, did you see when Jason Verrett grabbed him on that one play and he couldn't get away? And then here come the Army, boy. Bam, 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 bam. Hats. Whatever. They didn't lay him down. They were physical with DK today.
Yeah. He got frustrated. If people were watching the game, he got frustrated that he didn't. You know, yeah, he did his record-breaking thing, but was it like a 60-yarder?
Yeah.
You know, something that's going to make us look bad? No. It was your 2 to 10 yards, and that's it. Bro,
short stuff. That's all the defense would allow. I tell you something else about him, too. He's developing the diva too a little too soon because he needs to climb the ladder a little higher. Because the thing is, people know how to play him next week. DK's been shut down a few games this year that he did not get shut down in last year. He may have had better yards, but this year, teams know how to play him now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the playoffs to him. And because, you know, what's his name over in L.A. plays him as well as maybe better than anybody in the league. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does next week.
Yep. And I wanted to give Kentavious Street a shout-out because I know he's been injured, but I've always been, you know, I always supported the dude. And today he was trying to go after Russell a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
He flushed him out of there a few times. And did you see those sacks? I love watching Russell. When Russell Wilson goes down, it's usually violently. I love that.
and I know Joseph Smiley and all these fools are in here, but check it out. Our latest signing almost beat you guys. Our kicker put up points on you guys. It almost took you guys out, even though you had Russell Wilson, you had your first star receivers. Like, our kicker almost took you guys out just himself.
George, good stuff, George. We're going to clown these dudes. We got a right to clown them, too. 26-23, and we still should have won. George, I'm going to see them all, though, fam. And,
for sure, man.
Happy New Year. Well, it's going to be a good year. We can talk about things next week, man. It's going to be fun watching the Rams and the Hawks. And I'm trying to figure out who I want to see win. I'd like to neither one of them, but one of them's got to win. All right, George.
Well, first, the Hawks got to go first.
Yeah, right?
You know, and then the Rams second.
Yes, I agree with that. Get them Hawks out of here. Counterfeit ain't got no business being in no first place. All right, fam. See you tomorrow.
All right. All right, man, for sure.
Oh, God. And Marvelous Marvin says, Even though we lost, I am very ready for next year. We will get our guys back. We will whoop teams again. Can't wait for it. It's all about the health of the 49ers. All about the health. What if Jalen Hurd can get through preseason? Hurd, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. I'm thinking about keeping Richie James, and I'm going to have to keep Kendrick Bourne. That's my 6 receivers right there. I ain't drafted no wide receivers. Sharon.
Get inside. Ronbo.
Sharon, are you proud of your 49ers tonight?
I'm very proud of my boys.
Weren't
I'm
they-
still
weren't they
certified
cool?
Niner no matter what.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm glad they held them in the beginning. I was like, okay, this is kind of boring, but I'm glad you guys were doing your thing.
hey,
But if it wasn't for that fumble, I think we would have won that.
I'm telling you, if we could just kept care of the ball and just burn up clock and go down and kick another field goal, which took 2 scores, we
Yep.
could have won that game. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have, definitely. But, you know, it was a good season game, and even though the Seahawks won, but hopefully the Rams will beat them, because I'm going for the Rams.
All of us are. By the way, tonight, if you're, let us know who you're supporting, because we're taking sides. So you need to reduce your volume on your TV. We're taking sides tonight. I'm going with the Rams next week.
Yeah, I'm going for the Rams too next week. But overall, I think CJ needs a little bit more practice, and I think he's going to be better than Nick Mullins next year.
Yeah, he
Give him a little
stays.
bit more time. I
little more
think he's going to be
composed.
better.
Yeah.
And then that kicker we got, he's pretty good. So I don't know. Go better watch out.
They just extended Robbie though for 2 more years, so
Yeah,
Robbie's laughing,
yeah.
sitting back and sipping a cool one.
Yeah.
He's not bad, but he's not a Robbie Gold. I can just hear him
No,
now.
he's not bad. No, that's true. But I think they did good. I mean, you know, but hopefully they can keep Robert solid. But if not,
Oh.
get Dan Quinn.
You know what? There's all kind of people are picking on that already. We got people. Well, some people want Dan Quinn. Some people want the Atlanta Falcons have a guy, and some people do approve of Demikio. So you know what? It's really funny. I wonder who they're going to pick up. Well, Robert's got to leave first. Let's see if he really leaves.
I don't know. I don't think he wants to leave after this year. After
He
the
doesn't sound
ending
like
game,
it.
I think he might stay one more year. I don't think he's really ready to be a head coach, to be truthful.
It's a dangerous thing.
Maybe he's going to stay one more year. So we'll see what happens. But
'Cause
anyway,
Denise-
overall good game. So
He's going to be like Fangio though. You know, you get a you get a guy that's in there is a defensive guy. Who's your OC? Well, the other
Right.
way you'd be like Fangio. And
I don't
Fangio's
know.
been terrible in Denver because he hasn't got an OC.
I bet you now Lynch is on the phone making some calls trying to figure out what he's going to do for next year.
Well, not yet. He's probably going to wait to see if Robert leaves, right? But
Well, I mean, I'm talking about what he's going to do for the team, not when, you know, I know Zach's going to wait till Raiders season done. But
he's
for
been busy
what
the
we
whole
need
time.
for the offense, because that offense needs some help. And I can't, hopefully that Nick Bosa returns next year, then, you know, we don't have to worry about that missing piece.
They say he's doing well in his rehab. He'll be ready for camp
Yeah,
in
they
a few
said that
months.
he was recovering, and that he was on track for return for this year. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, he got hurt so early in the season. He's had all season to work on that knee and heal up. He's a kid, so he healed up. He healed up quick.
He worked right away on it after he got hurt. He was working right away.
He's been here and done that already. You know, I think he tore a knee up before. So I'm going to see.
But there was a couple of calls that shouldn't have been a couple of calls in that game too, by the way. So I was like, really, ref? Here we go.
You know what? But it was better than usual.
He gets away with it every time, the sea chickens. But
No, at least they called CJ for that rough the
time,
passer.
I was so glad to see him go down.
Both times were fun. Sure, it's short and sweet.
Yes, I was having fun with that.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo, you have a good one.
You too. Happy New Year,
All
by
right,
the way,
bye-bye.
too. Night.
Oh, you too, Ronbo. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Goodbye. Yeah, if there's anything, I gotta save and put those on a loop. They put the bum rush on Russell. They was on his butt so fast. God, that was good. They got to do that more often. That's the kind of defense. Since Richard Sherman has sat down, they've developed a flash, lightning rush on that blitz. They look good. Oh, hey, Darius.
Ronbo.
Darius.
Before you say anything real quick, excuse my language, fuck the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Listen here. I went, because I usually do this, especially a divisional opponent. I go to the other teams like Instagram and I just see what people in the comments are saying.
Have you checked them out yet?
Super Bowl champs. Shut up.
No, Darius. Wait, repeat that. Are they calling themselves Super Bowl champs?
Oh, they're saying everything they want to say. Oh, how about them Seahawks? Or where the Niners fans at now? Listen, you beat a team with C.J. Beathard, no Trent Williams, no Ayuk, the list goes on, and you beat them by 3 points, and y'all are sitting there bragging. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all sound retarded.
Hey, Darius,
you sound goofy.
Darius, are you on Twitter? See, I need a link. I need to go visit these people. Really? Oh my God.
No, it's cool though. I can't wait to see them get schmacked in the first round once again. It's the Seahawks tradition: make the playoffs and get smacked in the first round. It's
Well, see,
be my guess. If that's what a Seahawks fan's goal is to get make the playoffs and get beat in the first round.
Well, that's what they do every year.
Be my guess. Go ahead.
That's what they do. Here's the thing, though. They got to play the Rams next week. I don't think the Rams have Jared Goff because he's had some kind of operation on his hand. I think they're going to get away again next week, though, for the first time. They're going to get through the first round.
Yeah, but they're not beating they're not going to beat Tom Brady though.
Well, no. I mean, that's it though. They get to the first round, but that's it. That team.
I mean, the way they were playing, the way the Seahawks playing, they can't even beat the Giants. They don't want to beat them. They're bad. They're just everyone you hear the commentators saying, "Oh wow, look at their defense." Their defense.
I know,
they
right?
played the Giants, the Jets, the Washington football team. Oh yeah, you better put up good numbers against those shitty ass offenses.
Wait,
come on
the
now.
The Giants. I think the Giants beat them, as I remember.
Yeah, the Giants beat them too, and they
Yeah.
because the Seahawks defense is allowing 50 points a game in the first 5 weeks. So allowing a team to 17 points and a lot, and them losing is a win. For the Seahawks.
And we held little Rusty to 181 yards tonight. CJ outplayed him.
Oh, yeah, for real. I mean, wait till next year. You're gonna go the Seahawks gonna go 10-6 again, and we're gonna beat them twice, blowout too.
I know.
I mean, they couldn't beat imagine look how much pressure he was bringing, right? I understand we couldn't sack what's his name, Russell Wilson that much, but okay, imagine Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa him second 5 times the way the way the Seahawks playing. The Seahawks not doing anything. The Seahawks are a good team. They always luck out, and that's cool. That's fine by me because they don't do anything in the postseason. So, I'm proud of the way our guys played. I wish we could have easily made the playoffs, but to go 6-10 with the amount of injuries we had is really cool. And players stepped up, and you can really see what players deserve to be on this team and what players don't. This season showed us that. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's going to be hard though. Some of those guys, because now you look at Kendrick Bourne, and he was probably on thin ice. And you look at Richie James in that one play he made today. He's got a lot of talent that's not being tapped. It's going to be tough. I don't know who they're going to let go. There's going to be some people we're not going to want to see leave. But, we're not going to be able to keep all of them. I would say 15 of the 41 guys, like Dion pointed out here a few weeks ago, is all we're going to keep. So we'll see what happens. Anyway.
Well, we're we're going to keep the guys who deserve to stay, though. We're going to keep Juice, Trent, if Trent wants to stay.
He does.
K1, JV.
Yeah.
So, we're not
We're getting rid of the wrong people.
Kendrick Bourne and Richie James are going to go under minimum contracts probably. Well, the
1
only
year.
thing I need us to do is to please do something about
With
that
the
right
offensive line.
side of the offensive line.
I know.
Oh my God!
Darius, we got to cut it short. It's after game time. We'll see you tomorrow though, okay? And we're going to talk about nothing but this stuff for the next few weeks. That's all we got. We got no more games. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Happy. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year.
Hey, thanks, Darius. Happy New Year to you too. 2020 finally died. Good. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Night.
All right.
NG49, he said, Niner football has been heartbreaking. I'm not throwing blame, but Kyle and John better get it right next season. Good job against the Sea Chickens. Go Niners. Now remember, the 49ers are not a broken team that needs a lot of things. They're a team that's injured and needs these people to return. And then they're back to being who they were, Super Bowl contenders. Ninerbot says at the end of the day, Russell is clutch and elite. While our franchise quarterback is up in the suite having tea time with Sherm, this is why we need Stafford. Stafford? And guy's hurt right now. Listen, by the way, not about the only reason that they won is K'Wan Williams wasn't there. And you better know that's true. Because when's the last time you seen Tyler Lockett when K'Wan Williams was on the field? Think about that for a minute. No, Russell Wilson is not elite, and he's starting to digress. So give me a break. Wilson is, we'll see next week. They've got that deep pass thing killed. Barack O'Neill says, shows happy we lost. He was cheering and everything for you. Should have seen him for the quarterback we won't draft. Thanks for the contributions, guys. That about Barack O'Neill, otherwise known as JJ. Hey, Jesus, my man, come on in. You're doing great work in there, too.
Ronbo!
Yes! Jesus. Jesus, man, you kill me, man. You know, is anybody, let me know, where's Joseph Smiley? You know, some Hawks do have shame. Joseph Smiley knows beating the 49ers 26-23, that's embarrassing. You know, this is like hilarious stuff, but they're still very proud.
Bro, them Hawks were hiding, bro. They were hiding.
For about half an hour,
and then they finally talk when they take the lead. Man, a bunch of clowns of Seattle, bro.
I tell you, man, cowards.
All the fans are clowns, bro.
They make us sit here and listen to them while things are going good. And then you can't find a Seahawk for about 45 minutes. There was no Hawk to be found. So you guys suck, man. You guys are weak-kneed sisters. And
bro, third string starters. Put the Seattle Seahawks on their ass, bro. Like, really. I'm not even gonna bash CJ Beathard. I'm not gonna bash CJ Beathard because the offensive line did not play good.
No.
Offensive line did not play good. I'm going to be honest with you. Offensive line didn't play good. You know what I'm saying? The Seattle Seahawks, they won. You know what I'm saying? They took the division. They deserved it because they played their cards better than we did. You know, they played better than us, you know? And I'm not a poor sportsmanship.
Yeah.
But I don't like fans that I just don't like fans that hide when their team is losing.
There he is.
And then when they come back, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you finna talk shit the whole time. Don't be a little punk and just hide.
With his 2-word sentences. That dude is very, you can tell he went to some of the best schools.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I like to give a shout out to my brother, Shark Attack, a.k.a. Eddie, my boy Chad, my boy Tommy, you know, my boy Ray Jr., everybody, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. You know, 6-10, I ain't tripping. You know, I don't care about the Seattle Seahawks. I ain't tripping what they do. I'm more worried about our team and what goes on in the off season. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care what happens. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter because, you know, as they beat our first unit, yeah, we got to hang our head in shame. They escaped. Jose, they escaped our 4th and 5th string players. They ain't got nothing to shout about. That fool is spamming. He better stop. 26-23 was talking trash now. Dude, you ain't got no reason to be talking no trash. You guys got away. You got away. There was no domination. Nothing to point toward Any future in the playoffs? I mean, what?
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like that boy over there, Tommy whatever his name is. Bro, that boy's a clown. It looks like Tom Brady's wearing a damn sports bra on his profile pic. Does that fool jack off to his profile pic or what? Like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I really don't care.
You can find that piece of poo-poo either for a long time. I love these guys, man. Yeah, ACX Ray, I got plenty of excuses. What's your excuse for only winning by 3 points? Give me a reason for that. Wait a minute. Hey.
Our excuses is facts, bro. Our team's been hurt since the off season. Like, does that do they have like any thinking? Like, do they ever think we lost, right, bro? Like, we lost.
Let's play first strings.
Just look at our team today. Look at our starting lineup. Where are all those starters at? We didn't have Jimmy G. We didn't have Richard Sherman. We didn't have Trent Williams. We didn't have Kowal. You named everyone that we were missing, bro.
And they almost still pulled it off.
They lost. You know what I'm saying? They almost lost to a third-string team, bro. Is that more embarrassing than you trying to say that, oh, you guys got the sweep out of it? Yeah, a win's a win, Ronbo. A win's a win, Ronbo.
Yeah, it is.
We won by 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
we gotta go.
Bro.
We gotta go, fam. Let me see you tomorrow, and we can talk about the future.
All right, Monday Night Ronbo.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Can I get a Niners real quick, bro?
Oh, God, yes. Niners! Yeah. Night, fam.
Watch the Seahawks choke.
I know.
All right, later, bro.
All right, man. Ryan Watkins, if we healthy next season, we'll beat everybody. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. But you got to bring that same group back because, and I'm talking from Jimmy G down, because they know what they're doing. Let them come out, play fast, and overwhelm teams. This will be, if they could stay healthy, oh, my God. And now you got guys that have been working together. You got Debo and Ayuk back in there again. If Jalen Hurd could just join this party, now you got nothing short of just a perfect aerial attack. John.
Ronbo.
John. Come on in, John. Give me some of your comments about this game because, man, that was funny. Seahawks were sweating bullets there. They had all their guys in there, and all of a sudden, the 49ers says, you may win this game, but you ain't going to use DK. They used Lockett. Damn it, if K1 just could have played, John. We got that one. Jeez. Anyway.
Well, for the Seahawks fans, I'm going to say this. Like my dad would teach me, if you're going to talk trash, do it to my face. Because guess what? If there's any Seattle fans, chatting, screw you. Because if your team did not have Russell Wilson and had C.J. Beathard on your team, you would have the record that we have.
No, they wouldn't have that many.
Your quarterback is the only reason why your team is relevant. So I want to say that to piss them off. Because guess what? I knew when Russell Wilson came out, he was going to be good. But all the experts said, oh, he's too small and he's not going to work out. Okay, that's the only reason. But once that dude retires, that team's going to finish dead last for like 50 to 100 years. I'm talking trash, okay? So I'm tired of these Seahawks people. Now, when it comes to the game, I said the last time I called you that the Niners were going to surprise us, and they surprised us. They played really well. That kicker that we had was kicking better than Robbie Gould the week before. So that was really good. And, yeah, when the fourth quarter came, that offense finally blew up. So the Seahawks should be really proud that they beat a team that's not making the playoffs, because now each game for the Seahawks fans is one and done. And it's not going to be the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be the Rams and all those other teams that they have to play. So if they do lose in the first round to a team that may not have their starting quarterback, I would not be talking trash, because the 49ers played the Rams twice with Jared Goff on the field twice and we beat them. So if they cannot do that, I would stop talking right now.
You know, I got to tell you, the Rams, I think Goff's out. He had an operation on his finger. I wonder if he's playing next week. The Rams still have that defense, so they likes to beat up little Rusty. I wonder who's going to win that game. I'm definitely rooting for the Rams next week, though, because the Hawks, they got to remain in tradition. They've got to come in and lose in the first round. Well, second round at the most. But anyway.
So, and then also, we've been talking turnovers against other teams, and that was the only reason why they won. If that drive that, we had an opportunity to go down the field and, our offense would have protected, we would have won this game, and it would have been a different story. They should be lucky that C.J. Beathard did not have enough time to get that ball off, because in that final drive, which was meaningless, he was hitting his receivers, and even though they were playing, like cover, whatever, when you lose by 3 points to the Seahawks, who have won the division, we should, tip our hats to Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan for this entire year. For us, watching this 49er team, we want to forget this year. And next year, there's going to be an off season. There's going to be OTAs. There's going to be training camp, and there's going to be preseason. And that's what we have to do is look forward to that. And once these players get healthier and we figure out the quarterback, the offensive line, and who we're going to keep together, because we're going to lose a lot of good players. I'm sorry to say that, but I think Jimmy Ward and Tart may not be coming back because I know they want the money. But we do have a lot of young players.
Ward already signed last year. Tart's not coming back, though.
Okay. Oh, so I didn't know that about the contract, but we have a lot of young guys, that were, subs behind them that have, especially that guy Harris, Marcus Harris.
Marcel.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
and he's pretty good.
We're going to go, fam. It's short and quick after the game, but you're getting into stuff we're going to be talking about at just endlessly. So starting tomorrow, all right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. 49ers. I don't care if we're 6-10. I love this team. I will root for them. Even if we're 0-16 or 16-0, I love this team.
Yeah,
and that's all I have to say.
And hey, John, have a great night, fam. Looking forward to you tomorrow.
You too, man. Right. Yep. 49ers, number one. All
day. Tony Nagatani says to infinity and beyond. So that you watch the same movies I do, don't you? D. Williams plus Kittle, Jimmy G plus JWJ plus Mostert plus Debo plus Ayuk, Bosa and Warner equals Super Bowl 2022. Amen to that. You know what I'm saying? If all you need is that nucleus of offense and defense, and I'm telling you right now, 49ers are still unstoppable. Omar Lopez! And Tony, thanks for that contribution, fam. Omar, thanks, fam. He says, with the 12th overall pick, the 49ers select. I know, right? We're going to talk about that a lot between now. I still know. When you're picking at number 12 in the double digits, you can pick anything you want. There's some picks you pick high you don't use for certain things, but number 12, we'll see. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, moving and grooving and rolling. I don't know which Jay it was. Jay! 49ers played hard tonight. They were serious. They were not trying to lose.
Yes, I want to say, first and foremost, I'm very proud of my team. You know what I'm saying? We did a very good job. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out to Coach Shanahan, Robert Saleh for doing a great job. Even though we didn't, this ain't turned out the year that we wanted to be.
Not even.
We did it. Yeah, we did a wonderful job with all the injuries we had. But besides that, man, with them boys play hard, and I believe that we're gonna be a real hard team next year. We could stay healthy. We could have did a special thing this year, but it is what it is.
Oh, so, especially this year.
Yeah.
Jay, if they were healthy this year, it would have been brutal. It'd have been brutal. The NFC West wouldn't have been able to do a damn thing with us. And the rest of the teams around the league, Aaron Rodgers, he's sitting over there comfortable in that pocket. That would have ended as soon as the 49ers got there. That's fine. We'll be back next year.
Yeah, we'll be back, and I think that we can learn from this. And I think Kyle, this is what Kyle he did a hell of a coaching job. Him and Robert Salas, and I just hope we can just come back next year and be healthy and do what we were supposed to do this year.
Yeah. I hope Salah comes back. It's selfish, but I wish, Robert, don't leave yet. We're not done yet. Come back here one more time. Please, one more time, Rob.
Yeah, it's reported that he's getting an interview with the Atlanta Falcons Monday.
I saw somebody write that. Oh, come on, Falcons. Why would they want another defensive-minded coach? Leave Robert alone.
Right.
Oh, God.
Leave Robert alone. Yes. I don't want to see Robert go. I think we're grooving right now. We're grooving, and I think, you know what I'm saying, once we get that, and, we're gonna try to build this offensive line. I think we need to get rid of our offensive line coach. We need to get another one. I think we need to draft an offensive lineman. Put pressure on Mike McGlinchey. That's what the issue is. I've been saying that from the get-go. We need offensive line. The problem is you can put any quarterback back there. If you can't protect them, it's open season. And I hope people just see that. They thinking because Jimmy don't have time to throw, Nick Mullins don't have time to throw, and C.J. Beathard don't have time to throw. So
Jay,
what's that tell you?
That can put any name you want to put. If the quarterback can't operate, he's going to look just like Aaron Rodgers did last year when the 49ers played him, picking himself up off the dirt all day. That's all there is to it. They'll get a mobile quarterback. You want a quarterback that's going to be able to sprint out of trouble. And then what does he do? Oh, no, it doesn't work that way.
Right. Then what are we going to do when it's 3rd and 13 and 3rd and 18 and he can't complete a pass because the line ain't just protecting him? See, this is people don't know about football. You got to have a high IQ about football. The offensive line is what protects the quarterback. Just like you said, Ronbo, we put Aaron Rodgers on his back and made him look mediocre. Because why? We brought pressure to him. If you ain't got time, you can make any quarterback look like a, what I'm saying, third-string quarterback.
Hey, Rodgers is back to look like the GOAT this year. He's got a good offensive line. He lost a key man on that offensive line, but they're still doing pretty well.
Yeah, he lost the center. Yeah.
Jay, we got to go. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see you tomorrow. It's as we do after the game, and tomorrow we'll get into it. All right?
Yes, sir, Rob. I wanted to wish you a Happy New Year and a late Merry Christmas to you, brother.
Thanks, Jay. Happy holidays. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, fam. Night.
Thank you.
All right. And let's go check. Hey, Tony. Tony.
How you doing, Ronbo? Aloha.
Tony, get in here. Aloha, my brother. Tony, I'm so proud of. I was so proud of the guys tonight. I wasn't looking for that, like I was against the Cardinals. They almost pulled that off, but one little faux pas, Kittle got caught in one of those kind of locket routes and got a step behind. That's all Wilson needs, and game over.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just that one play. Russell Wilson, I think, scrambled for 2 or 3 first downs on his own on that drive.
All the way down the field.
The difference in that
That's
drive
true.
was Russell Wilson. It was really Russell Wilson, who is, a top 3 quarterback in this league, and there's very, very little we can do about that. Although I will say this, the scheme that Robert Saleh put together today was unbelievable. They were attacking all day long, and we did everything that we could given our undermanned roster, and they overperformed, and we only lost by 3. And God bless them, they played their hearts out. I wish we had better quarterback play, quite frankly, but at the end of the day, Russell Wilson just beat us with his legs, and that's all there was to it. But next season, Ronbo, ain't going to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I look forward to next season so much. The world's got to come back to a little bit of normalcy so the 49ers can get into camp. Apparently, it has a bigger effect on us. If we don't get the OTAs and preseason training, we're going to be a bunch of little weak sisters out there from game 1. So they got to have that, God. One body after another.
That's because the way that Kyle Kyle doesn't allow the hitting in the training camp practices, which I think he needs to revisit in the off season. But quite frankly, the entire league is going to be going through all the pains of this weird salary cap COVID affected thing, and I think we're going to be able to re-sign more folks than we thought we were going to, just because every team is going to be
the same
dealing
situation
with a reduced cap.
Speak to that, Tony. I keep people saying we're going to lose everybody. To who? Everybody's got the same cap. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest loss is going to be the guy who deserves the game ball for the 49ers from this game, which is Robert Saleh, who just called an excellent game. But if we can find a capable replacement for Robert Saleh, I really think the offense next season is going to take that lead. We're going to re-sign Trent Williams. I think we're going to restructure Jimmy G. We're going to bring back Trent
Most
Williams.
likely.
And we're gonna have a full training camp and be solid for next season. But the guys overperformed in every position except for Mr. C.J. Beathard, who really left 8 points out there, left the 8 winning points out there. But you know what? He's number 3 for a reason, because he's the third string quarterback, and I'm fine with that. He played as well as he possibly could have hoped for, and we didn't have the horses today. Hats off to Seattle. Hats off to Russell Wilson. But really, game ball, Robert Saleh, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you so much.
Yeah. I'm gonna name his defense Robert Saleh, the Piranha defense. Because that defense was all over them. Russell Wilson, every time they sacked him, it was such a nice thing. Wilson was overwhelmed completely. There was nothing he could do but hit the dirt.
It was coming from everywhere too. It wasn't just from the corners. Like, the defensive line overperformed with our backups playing defensive tackle. Armstead had one big whiff, but at the end of the day, Russell Wilson's still going to get away with one of those. But that defense is so well coached, and I mean, for years we're going to be looking back at this and just saying, man, if we only had our guns this season, Ronbo, because we would win the NFC West if we had our guns this season.
Easily. And that's why I hope Robert Saleh's selfish, but I don't want him to leave. Give us one more chance, Rob. Stay with us one more year. You're going to get you'll be a head coach one more time.
Jed's got to open up that pocketbook. Jed just got to pay him. I think if Jed made him a big old offer, that would happen. But
is it money though?
So.
Because if it's money, they'll pay him probably, because that doesn't go against the cap. I don't think. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. But let's see what happens. But I don't think Jed's going to be willing to pay Robert Saleh head coach money, even though he darn well deserves it. So
he can get close.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, just give him a 3-year contract for lots of money, and his wife maybe likes the Bay Area. His
8 kids, I hope, like the Bay Area.
Oh, he does have him and what's his name from the quarterback of the Indiana teams, Rivers, man. What is with farmers? It's like we're talking like what kind of family is
Hey,
it?
if you're potent, Rombo,
I know,
you
but
got
the thing
that
is,
potency. You got to ride it all the way,
No, but you know what? I don't need 8. This is not a movie. Woo! Whoa! Anyway.
Rombo, it was a tough loss, but you know what? I mean, it was great to see that everybody play their hearts out, and I can't wait for next season. We're going to talk offensive line and quarterback and all that jazz over the off season, but
all season long.
This is what it is. But it was a hard loss, but they played well. So go Niners. Let's see you in 2021.
Yes. Don't back up now. And they'll be motivated because they know the season was if anything, this was the anomaly. This shouldn't have happened. This was the freak. So they'll fix this, and they'll be motivated too. That's a nice thing. All right, Tony.
They sure will.
I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
I'll talk to you soon.
You too. Aloha.
Aloha.
Yeah. And here comes Shay. Give me another quarterback, Lewis. Shay, come on in, man. I see you in there, man. I got to tell you, Chad's right. Ain't going to be no first-round quarterback. Shay, they're not trading up. If anything, Shay,
they are.
They're going to trade
I promise
down.
you.
Shay,
they're going to trade up.
Trade down.
It's over. It's
guaranteed.
It's over.
You and Show
I guarantee it.
I
guarantee it.
Guarantee? I equally guarantee
Never
it.
taking a first-round quarterback, Rombo. I promise you.
No
You're
way.
You're not gonna shop for Tom Brady after you just came from the Super Bowl, and not even just shop. You shopped Oakley for him, and even admitted to it.
No, you got to do your due diligence.
They're gonna move on from this.
They're gonna do the due diligence.
They're already halfway on the wire about it. Yeah, doing their due diligence, and that's what Kyle said, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he
But
say
that
he was gonna do
means
that?
do intelligent diligence.
He said
But,
my job
Trey,
is to make sure we put
Trey,
the best
how many
roster out
draft
there.
picks?
If we can
you gotta
upgrade,
get-
we're gonna
okay,
upgrade. And
let's talk about it for a second.
Upgrades.
Let's talk about it for a second. Okay, you draft up because you're not going to get a quarterback worth a damn in the 12th position. So you give the next year's first round, in the following year's second round.
Right.
Shay, you're
Right.
dreaming. The 49ers need players, and that's not top priority. They need a lot of
Ronbo.
things.
It doesn't, Ronbo. We are in year 5, and Kyle still doesn't have his quarterback. You understand the time is ticking, correct?
You say he doesn't have his quarterback, but that doesn't mean it's true. See, that's what I'm saying.
How does it
So that's
not
what I'm
true?
saying.
Rombo, Jimmy has been injured. He, first of all, not let alone his play, he can't even stay healthy. Like, I don't
That-
understand what we're talking about. Yeah,
Hey, Joe
I mean,
Burrows-
Trey's right. If
Joe
you would have
Burrows-
taken Kirk Cousins at this point, Kirk Cousins is better. Because
Joe
why he at
Burrows-
least plays the entire season.
Joe Burrows.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was balling before he got injured, Rombo. I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
what
tell you,
say.
there's nobody's invulnerable to getting injured. Nobody. You get lucky or you
Joe
don't.
Burrow had a freak accident where his ACL gave out. Jimmy Garoppolo missed an ACL. Even the time that he went for Patriots, he didn't even play the full 4 games. Rombo, he broke his collarbone.
What happened last
After,
year?
Like the second game.
What happened last year?
His first. So Rombo, Jimmy Garoppolo's been in for 4 years. How many seasons has he played for us fully?
He's played one.
Exactly. So you're telling me he's played one full season for us?
So you're gonna go
what?
on the strength of his past history of getting hurt instead of the
That-
potential
yeah,
he
not
brings.
just that, but
you're
yeah.
gonna but the potential he brings to a team that's been playing together for a long enough time now that they know each other, they can play fast, and they can get it done. How about fix it by getting an offensive line that actually protects him so he doesn't have to get hurt? Didn't that make more sense?
Okay. Rombo. Okay. Listen, everybody wants to bag on this O-line, which, yeah, I think that we can upgrade the O-line, absolutely. But I'm going to say this again after like the billionth time of saying this. This stats matter, and so do statistics. The pass rush efficiency win percentage for the O-line is down 6 slots from last year. We were ranked 26th last year, right, which is top of the league good, and we're down to 20 this year. That is not detrimental. Like we are top 5 in pass rush win percentage. Like
you're
we're getting
gonna tell
whooped
me-
on. We're
so
not.
Shay-
That's not the case.
Shay,
The
you're gonna tell
problem is
me
bad quarterback play.
Brunskill
Mullins looks terrible.
at center.
Mariners looks trash actually.
Brunskill at center
And having
versus
CJ
Weston
looks terrible
Richburg
too.
at
Bad
right
quarterback play
guard.
makes all O-line look bad.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
Sam Darnold having bad quarterback play. Drew Lock having bad quarterback play makes it believe, oh, they need a new quarterback. Of course, anything.
They need an
the most
offensive
important
line.
Position on the field is QB.
Especially the Jets. You're
It's not
fixing
even.
the
It's not even
wrong
close. But when you have
thing
Mullins and
first
Burton out there
is what
calling
I'm
your
saying.
plays,
You're
it's
fixing
going to
the
look even 10
wrong.
times worse than it
You're
actually
fixing
is.
the
Romo.
wrong thing first. Last year, Aaron Donald was a so-so quarterback. They did well, but he was laying in the dirt the whole time. The 49ers played. We
The
love
proof is
playing
in the
Aaron Donald.
pudding. We've seen the
We
playoff
loved
runs.
playing
We've
Aaron
seen how he
Donald.
didn't trust Jimmy in the Vikings game.
Of course
After
he didn't.
Threw that interception to Aaron Kendrick.
You get that from analysts and reporters. Kyle has never said anything
No, I
like
get
that.
this from actually. No, I get. Well, so Rombo, you're telling me after Tevin Coleman dislocated his shoulder and we still ran him out there, when we should have just doing a 2 running back rotation, right, and still had Jimmy throw the ball, but we had to do a 3 running back rotation in the Super Bowl, and we still were running the ball with Tevin Coleman out there with a hurt shoulder.
But what Shay,
Come
what
on,
you
Ronbo.
and all the anti-Jimmy people need to know
on,
is
Ronbo.
the fact of the matter is we had 2 reliable receivers. Everybody else, what you guys don't do is connect all the dots. They're all against Jimmy. You need an equally talented wide receiver core as you do the quarterback. Tom Brady's proven that. Aaron Rodgers proved it
Ronbo,
last year. This is
Ronbo,
nothing but a
you
fact.
have to stop
You
making
can't have
excuses for the
one.
players.
That's not an excuse. That's football.
So not
That's
only,
football.
okay.
That's
okay, Ronbo.
football.
You're right.
If I got a so-so receiving core and I got a dynamic quarterback like Brady and Rodgers, who both complained last year because of their receiving core
Ronbo,
and did poorly,
Ronbo.
poorly,
We've seen it when we played
then
Seattle.
that's the
He
way it
had
is.
everybody there. Kittle was back. Debo and Ayuk were playing that game. And we still got throttled before the second half.
Debo was
Ronbo,
where?
and everybody was out there.
Debo came out after the first play. Okay, we're going to argue about this all off season. We're going to find out
No,
during the
we
draft
definitely are, Ronbo.
anyway. But I'm trying to tell you, Shay, you're way off base. This is not where you fix this team. There's nothing wrong with G, and you're getting any quarterback susceptible to injury. You can't go by that and think that you get the next guy and he's not going to get hurt.
Any
He
quarterback
can't
is susceptible to injury,
guarantee that.
not without a track record. He has a track record,
He
man.
can't guarantee. You
He
can't
got hurt when he
guarantee.
came in for Brady. He
Who
got
you gonna
hurt the
get?
first time he was supposed to play for us, and then he got hurt again
Doesn't
this year.
mean a
What are we
thing.
talking about?
Doesn't mean
He's
because last year he
injury-prone.
went the
Yes,
whole
he
year.
does, 'cause Kirk
Last
Cousins
year he went the
doesn't
whole
get
year.
injured all year. Kirk
It's
Cousins
not-
doesn't miss more than one game a year.
It's
Come
not
on, man.
a promise.
You have to stop with this excuses.
No,
man.
it's not an
He
excuse.
is injury prone.
Can you promise me the
is.
next quarterback's
Kirk
not going to get hurt?
Cousins doesn't get injured every year.
Can
Kirk
you
Cousins doesn't
promise?
even miss games every
Can
year.
you
man.
guarantee the
Come
next guy's
on.
not going to get hurt? Can you?
But we can guarantee Jimmy might again, right?
No, you cannot. It's football.
How? If he has a track record of being injured, Ronbo?
Sherry, I do not wish you good luck on this because it is the wrong thing to do, but we'll see what happens. We got to go.
Come on,
Let's
man.
do
Like,
this again tomorrow.
Ridiculous.
It's
Okay, yeah, we'll
just
talk about it
normal.
tomorrow, Ronbo. You have
All
a
right.
good night, brother.
You too.
right.
Night. The trade Jimmy get a new quarterback, people, your feelings are going to get hurt. I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. The 49ers are paying too much money to Jimmy Garoppolo to just say goodbye because people think he's going to get hurt. It's not going to happen. Larry Bot says Jimmy Glassbones won't take a pay cut. He needs that money to take more porn stars out on dates. Said, say goodbye to Juice, Barrett, K1, KB, and Wilson. Jeffrey Wilson's on a contract he's not going to lose. Let's see, who else? Now, those other guys, Verrett, KB, I don't know what they're going to do with those guys. But, yeah. But getting rid of a quarterback because he gets hurt, this is not something 49ers. If they're going to contemplate getting rid of Jimmy, that's not going to be one of the equation, no. Bill!
Hello?
Yes, Bill.
All right. I interfered in the conversation. Just so that people can know, we're way too far down in the draft to even worry about a quarterback now. They're not going to give up.
And give up draft picks? No. This team can't afford to
nobody's
give.
going to give up Phil, Trey Lance, and Trevor Lawrence. Those guys are gone. You got to keep Jimmy. You can't. What are we going to get rid of him for?
Because he gets hurt. Like no other quarterback's going to get hurt.
What?
But Jimmy is.
No.
Guaranteed he's going to get hurt.
You know,
Come on, man. That's.
You know what? Actually, I think he's going to come. I have to remain faithful. I was skeptic throughout the year. I'm going to have to remain faithful and say he's going to come back electric next year.
Hey, they've been
He's
playing
going to
together.
come back on fire and prove all the naysayers wrong. And all those hashtag Jimmy, I was one of them. And I want to apologize to Jimmy. Hey, I'm sorry. I want to say, hashtag get rid of him. Y'all going to be like on his bandwagon next year. So I'm actually going to start on now. I was sitting there watching the game, paying attention on the bench. They're not getting rid of him. He's not going anywhere. Jimmy is not going anywhere.
You know what? Nobody pays. No one is going to pay that much money, and just on the strength of he gets hurt, we got to get rid of him. That's just ridiculous. And I'm going to give up a bunch of draft picks. The 49ers are not in dire straits with draft picks. That's why those who want to get a high round draft pick, you've got to trade a first this year because the competition. You know how many guys are going to be trading up this year for first round picks? There's no telling how many, right? So I'm going to give away a first round this year because that's all you're going to be able to get away with. You got to give up probably a first or second round next year, and maybe more. The 49ers need players. They're not going to be giving away all their draft picks. Why would anybody think that?
No. We're not getting a quarterback this year. Get over it. It's not happening.
They're trading down in the first round. That 12th pick is gone. If anything happens, they're going to trade down.
Yeah, and we're gonna probably get an O lineman or somebody on defense.
You got to fix the trenches.
We're not going to go with a quarterback if it's not happening. We got our wide receiver core. We got our running back core.
Mm-hmm. A cornerback.
You know,
a cornerback might be considered.
Yes.
Because we need a monster,
I don't think you're getting
like that dude in Alabama. I forget his name, but we need a monster to deal with DK and D-Hop.
Yeah.
And we need...
That That sounds like what he might do. You might be right. Somebody on defense. I think it's going to be a defensive player. And then O-line in the second round. We're probably going to, like you said, trade down and get somebody on defense and then get our major picks in the second round. But we're not getting a quarterback.
Bill, there's a kid in Oregon named Sewell. If he's available at 12, I guarantee the 49ers grab him in a heartbeat. He will be, he's not going to make it to 12, but I saw film of people talking about him. Now I know what they're talking about. He's agile, he's strong. He fits Shanahan's offensive system like a T. Man. But he's going to be good.
If we trade up, it won't be for a quarterback. If we trade up, it's not going to be for a quarterback.
Nah.
It'd be about somebody like you said.
Yeah, 49ers can't trade up.
We won't be getting a lot of picks. Yeah, if we trade up, it'll be. Yeah. But we're not trading up.
No,
if anything, we'll trade some players to get picks.
Yeah. Now that could happen. There's his argument. His argument takes on a new shape there. If the 49ers want to trade Jimmy, then there's a possibility of losing him for a quarterback. But I don't know who take. Nah, not in the first few rounds. Those people already know they want Trey, they want Book, they want the other kid from BYU. So Wilson, So, you know.
There was another one that a guy was talking about. I can't remember his name. There's another guy. If we do get him, we'll probably get him in the second round. If we do get a quarterback.
They're going to get one. I don't know which round. They're going to get one, though.
It's that guy he's talking about. That one guy they say that's better than Trevor. That he's saying better than Trevor. I can't think of his name. Statistically, it was at the top of my tongue. I probably would have to bring that in tomorrow.
Bring that in tomorrow because we're out of time now. If it's Ian Book, there's a coach that they say Tennessee's looking at that coach. If he goes to Tennessee, he's going to want his guy, not Trevor Lawrence. Things could get really interesting if that takes place. We'll see. Bill,
by the way, I want to give a compliment to those C ladies. You can take your 12th ladies and get ready to be eliminated next weekend. Keep running your mouth. You barely won. Keep running your mouth, Norm. All right? We don't want to hear anything from you 12 ladies, okay? Stay out of the chat. And, you're going to get beat by the llamas. You call them the Rams, I call them the llamas, okay? The llamas are going to run over you. It's going to be the Emperor's New Groove next weekend. Enjoy.
All right, Bill.
And give me a 49ers shout-out before I go.
And it's good. Niners! Bill! You two have a nice night.
Enjoy the tradition, you 12 ladies. Have a nice day, 49er fans.
Hi, Bill. Oh, God. Is it? And forget about it. It's Niner Mike.
Oh, Ronbo. Woo! It's getting heated here, Ronbo. I'm hearing it.
Oh,
forget about
we're just getting started. Draft is not till April. It's going to get crazy in here.
And listen, I don't mind. Listen here. I don't mind, all right? I don't mind at all. Listen, though. I don't think the draft is necessarily where we're gonna find our change, Ronbo. Because and I know. Listen, if the Packers make the AA run available, I'm telling you, we're gonna get them, Ronbo.
The Packers?
We're gonna freaking get them. Oh yeah.
Oh, Aaron.
Listen, I'm telling you, the California kid. We want the California kid to come on back home. The Packers are going to get upset in their very first playoff game. Mark my words, all right?
And Love is going to take over?
I'm telling you, listen, and I'll send Jimmy G back to New England with a second-round pick and a bag of chips. All right? They can have him back over there.
Belichick's not going to give you a second-round pick. He needs players, too.
Give us a second-round pick. No, he's going to give us a second-round pick. Come on, Ronbo, you're giving these guys too much credit.
No, but I know Belichick, and he needs players. He's not interested in giving up no pick that high. He might get a third or fourth.
More specifically, though, he needs a quarterback, Ronbo. That's what he needs.
So that's
He
what I'm
needs
trying
a
to tell you.
quarterback
He's not going to
because,
give you a second-round
because-
pick. He wants a quarterback as
because,
bad as you do.
Cam the Fairy Newton is not the answer, all right? We all know that. Let's get that out of the way, all right?
No, he already
Hey,
knows
listen,
he's leaving.
Hey, oh yeah, come on. He never was there. What do you mean? He's big time. The real Cam is big time. He disappeared when he started wearing glittery shoes and nylon pants, Ronbo. That's when Cam left, all right? That's not the same
And Cam
Robert Cam.
he should start modeling and stop playing football. You're right. Cam's always got the latest in fashion or one of a type. Nobody's going to wear it but him.
Forget about it. Freaking forget about it, Ronbo. Listen, the two best words that I ever heard after the 2020 football season. It's over. That's it. Those two words. It's over. I'm freaking glad. And you know what? I swear to God, Ronbo, I don't know about anyone of the 49er faithful out there, but I held my breath about 2 or 3 times when Kittle got hit today.
Same here.
I was like, oh,
that one, he was diving on the
It was
ground.
Like
oh, George, stop it.
Friggin' bastard. I gotta tell you, I know back in the day now, a lot of the defensive backs, they used to go down low against the bigger guys, and I could understand that.
Well, yeah,
You know
they got no choice.
No one wanted to tackle. If you're a quarterback, you don't want to tackle Brandon Jacobs head up. You know what I mean?
Or get embarrassed by
that,
that guy in Tennessee dragging you down the field. That looks bad.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Henry, the only man tackle Mark Henry.
They do it all the time, Ronbo. It freaking pisses me off now, though. They always apply. That's another reason why I think the freaking knee injuries are up like never before. Because these freaking guys, they don't like to tackle head up no more, Ronbo. They don't like to freaking dive low like a bunch of broads, I remember the hitting drills back in the day when I played football. You dove down like that, people laughed at you, Ronbo.
I know. It's called you a wuss.
Like a
but now it's a business decision. You can go up high if you want to, but you can get you.
You talk to Ryan Shaq about a business decision, all right? He made the decision to go low like that with his head down, and he almost couldn't walk no more. All right, let me talk about that business.
That's true.
So
you got to know what you're doing.
There's a lot of different ways to look at that, Ronbo. There's a lot of different ways to look at that. And all I'm saying is I was just holding my breath today because it seemed like that's the only way they wanted to friggin' tackle the kid. I didn't see Bobby Wagner trying to go hit him head up like he hit a little old juice out of the backfield. Them wanted to stand over him like he really hit somebody, And but that's that typical C scum shit, Ronbo. I don't expect nothing different from the C scum. You know what I mean? That's just the way that they roll, and that's it. That's all there is to it. They're gonna get bounced out. I gotta say, I don't know if I speak for anyone else, but listen, the friggin' lineup for this weekend just looks friggin' horrible, Ronbo. Doesn't it look horrible? I think there might be one good game on each day. I mean, the other 4 games look like they're just going to be more like what we saw for the college football playoff.
I know the Washington. When it comes down to the Washington team,
what we would have did if we were healthy.
I'm just saying, if this team was healthy, we wouldn't be having shouting matches about Jimmy G or anything else. We'd be going to the Super Bowl.
Well, listen, that's
fine.
Frig that. Hey, listen, hold on. I got to cut you off, Ron.
Real quick, though, because we're out of time. We need to continue tomorrow.
All right. I'm going to let you go. But listen, for everybody that freaking got on C.J. Beathard, he missed 2 touchdowns today, wide open guys, all right? But so did Jimmy G in the friggin' Super Bowl, all right? And that's the difference. When you got regular quarterback play, maybe a little bit above average, below average, it's a friggin' crapshoot, Ronbo, in which Jimmy G's going to show up. And that's what people were saying, even going through the playoffs, even going through the later part of the season. It was
threw 27 touchdowns. You know what? We're going to argue about this later because I will stand behind Jimmy all day. There's too much said about every mistake he made and not enough said about everything good he did for this team.
No, it's not about that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is. You got to compare.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Throws as the backup, Ronbo. That's all I'm saying.
Jay, let's continue this. I'm gonna bookmark this. Let's continue this tomorrow. I am ready to fight for Jimmy G for me now and next season. Let's go.
Do me one favor, all right?
Go ahead.
Do me one favor. I say Jimmy G misses friggin' throws like the same throws that the backup does, all right? say that 3 times.
Hey, I'll see you
Say that
tomorrow.
3
I
times,
got,
but what's the
I gotta
name?
go.
Hold on.
Mike,
I gotta tell you,
have a good night.
You do that 3 times. 3 times
Get
with the name
Mike,
Aaron
get
Rodgers
off
and
that
see how
line.
dumb you feel.
Get it. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Let's see. Omar Lopez. Jimmy G only stays on a pay cut, restructures his contract, and give him a signing bonus of $15 million that doesn't go on the cap. Omar, that's a good deal, actually. There are ways to keep him on the line, but make no mistake, getting rid of Jimmy G would be a grave error. He's playing with these guys too long. You build a champion through reps, maturity, time spent together. You keep selling off quarterbacks every year. It's a treadmilling move, guaranteed. There's no quarterback that's coming here that's going to walk in like Moses. I let my people go. That's bull. It's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream. Nanabot says we're going to end up like Denver if we draft quarterback second round. Thank you for the contribution. Matt, come on in, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Matt, your observances about tonight's game and anything else you want to add?
We had 10-point lead in that game. I mean,
Oh, I know.
it was there to be won, but
And Russell Wilson all of a sudden caught fire. We've seen him do
Yep.
that. I was thinking, here he comes, right? When he hurries up, he's more effective than he is when he's standing back there trying to run the offense. Did you notice that about Wilson?
yeah.
That was funny. Irritating,
Yeah.
but funny.
But yeah, it was there to be won, but Wilson turned on in the fourth quarter, did really well.
It's okay because you know what? When you consider the fact that we had a little less than our full potential defense, and like we did on both sides of the ball, that's what you get. So it's okay. They did a great job for who they are, and that is a direct reflection on Kyle Shanahan and his locker room. That's a very tight unit. That's why you don't want to get rid of people with that unit as tight as this. Then you drop oil in the water. Then you start switching players up. That, you know, when you can let some players go, and everybody will understand because you can't afford them. But when you cut the wrong guy, that's going to have a dramatic impact on that offense and that whole team. You know, so while you got this contingent of people, get rid of Jimmy. You do that. Kittle's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Trent Williams is going to be pissed. Mostert's going to be pissed. Debo's going to be, it's going to go on and on. You know, now they're going to say, you know, who is this? You know, this ain't our guy. This ain't the one we went to the trenches war with. But a lot of people don't understand that. I've played on teams before. I've known what happens when somebody even goes to another school. It used to piss us off. You know, say. You got to understand the camaraderie that goes on in the locker room. You can ruin chemistry by doing that. You're going to ruin chemistry by doing that anyway because you got a new quarterback. Everybody's got to reassimilate to and get used to timing, things we already built up with Jimmy. I said it's silly. But Matt, go ahead.
Well, to change it up, you know, people talking about Jimmy and blah, 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 and gets hurt and blah, blah, blah. You can't predict injuries. I mean, you can't predict injuries.
You can't predict
and you can
injury.
say, Jimmy gets hurt. You can say, oh, Jimmy gets hurt a lot, and Jimmy gets hurt a lot. So, I mean,
Stafford's hurt.
I mean, you can't predict that he's going to get hurt. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, quarterbacks,
and
especially if they have a so-so offensive line, the chance of getting hurt is there. It's always there.
Right. And
Kyler got killed
I'm
today.
with you, Ronbo.
Huh?
Right. I'm with you, Ronbo. I think we're going to keep Jimmy, and I want to keep him because here's what I always say. I mean, he hits that pass to Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl last year. He's probably a Super Bowl MVP, and he has they brought him back too early this year. We all know that. Like it was 4 to 6 weeks, and he came back 3 weeks.
And that's because he felt he needed to come back. He probably wanted to come back for the team, but it wasn't appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
They just decided, that's the real Jimmy G. Oh, God. No, it's not. So, you know, it is what it is. He's not coming back anymore with a bad ankle. So next year, we'll see him healed up, and we'll see him dishing out, throwing seeds, hitting people. nobody remembers. Only a few of us remember when he's on, he's on. You know, it's like Kendrick Bourne.
Yep.
Kendrick Bourne gets hated sometimes. I said, he's had his bad games. I saw those bad games, and I talked about him worse than anybody. But when he has a good game, I give him credit. And he has more of those than he has bad ones. Same with Jimmy G. So this is why I support him. You're not going to get perfection. Anyway, hey, Matt, you know what? I talk too much. Let me. I gotta let people talk. Matt, let me see you tomorrow, okay? It's Monday night.
All right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Good night.
Night, Ronbo.
Night. I love this name. Chapstick Cereal says, "This is what you just don't get, and I know you're all excited because Kyle said he expected of Jimmy G to be our quarterback next year. Kyle can be sneaking. That's still contribution, probably. What I'm doing is I'm thinking common sense. You get rid of a quarterback and get who? All right? Get who? Derek! Oh, I call him Mark Henry. I meant Derrick Henry. Sorry, if you guys are getting on me about that. Derrick Henry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, I've been waiting in the rafters for this, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
All these people talking about bringing in all these other quarterbacks like Stafford, Cousins, Sam Donald. What? You know what they all got in common, Ronbo?
They never played in Kyle's offense before. Well, Cousins did, but he's not going to leave Minnesota. And they're losing.
They don't win nothing,
They're
Ronbo.
losing. They're losing. Thank you.
Damn, when was the last time they went to the Super Bowl? Anyhow.
Right? Why do I need to
Stafford
bring a
gets
loser
hurt.
in?
I told you this the other night. Stafford gets hurt. You know what? Good for Kirk Cousins he doesn't get hurt. But guess what? He's a bum.
He doesn't win.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't win. He's not a chance if he's on the field. Damn, man. And CJ, hats off to CJ, man. If I was giving a ball out for this game, it would have been him. He played good on 2 starts, Ronbo, playing in third string.
I got no problem with CJ because he's improved the leaps and bounds.
Right.
Since the last time we seen CJ, he's a whole world difference. He's making decisions quicker. I mean, if the offensive line would protect him, that ball to Richie James.
People,
that
people
was
still
sweet.
talking about the quarterback position,
Yes.
Ronbo.
Oh.
All right, so we're just going to ignore the fact that all of our quarterbacks get blown. Anytime they have to drop straight back, anytime, Ronbo,
they're in trouble.
They get blown up.
Yeah.
That's just a problem. You got to give me a couple a game or something. It's like we can't do a straight drop back. It has to be a rollout or something fancy. That's a problem.
He used to do that, though, Derek. Kyle used to run play action all the time. For some reason.
Yeah.
You know what Jimmy G's percentages are on those rollouts? He's way up there. He's one of the best in the league. No, we're going to stay in the shot. Oh, Kyle, that's not going to work.
Now, the thing is, Ronbo, what people need to think about, if Kyle's calling more straight drop back, that's apparently what he wants to call, right? So don't you think he's going to upgrade the line to suit what he wants to do?
I would think so.
Yeah, exactly.
So right, there you go right there. If you want to call that, Kyle, then put some more beef up front. We can't even run with those guys like we used to.
We need to think hard on bringing in another veteran. Because guess what, Ronbo? What did Kyle say in his interview a couple days ago? This is the market. This is what they cost.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You going to bring somebody in and they're going to take, what, the vet minimum? Is that what you think they're going to do?
Thank you.
What the hell are you talking about?
Derek,
what the hell are you talking about? I'm sorry, Ronbo.
There's no cheap quarterback out there.
Exactly. Protect them. And like the last caller said, shout out to him. He came back early to try and help the team, Ronbo.
And it wasn't appreciated. He got booed harder than ever. Yeah.
Damn right. He came back in 3. It's supposed to be 4 to 6.
They're tricky. They can last longer than that with some people. And his was the most severest of everybody that had that high ankle sprain. And we had a room full of them. Yeah.
Yep. And they act like he's the only person who couldn't come back from an injury. Debo came back and went right back out. Jeff Wilson fought through his. Mostert was out. Everybody missed time after the Jets game. 3 running backs that game. Jeff went out that game, TC, and Mostert. I mean, and we lost both of that game. I mean, it was just terrible. So, Ronbo, I don't want to hear the Jimmy stuff. Come up with some better solutions, people.
And also,
let's start actually talking about it.
Just on him. That's strange. You really think that's going to remove the quarterback and that's going to make us get better?
Yeah, exactly. Be careful for what you wish for, right, Ronbo? Because at some point you got to greet what you sow.
Absolutely.
Somebody else comes in here and gets hurt, then what?
And then,
Then are you going to start talking about the O-line?
That's the first thing I'd say. Whoa, another guy got hurt. Wow,
Look,
I didn't see that coming.
Nick Mullins out he's hurt for the whole next year. And guess what? That wasn't his. Guess what happened? Guess who else got blown up that play? Yep, Mike McGlinchey. So what? We bring in somebody else that's going to do what?
If he ain't careful, he joins everybody else on the IR.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. You
exactly.
know, it's this thing about spotlighting Jimmy as being the sole reason why the 49ers are having a problem, or because they got all the way to the Super Bowl and didn't finish. All about Jimmy.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody
Didn't have a problem with him until the Super Bowl. We were and stop comparing him. Before I go, Ronbo, stop comparing him, everybody, to Jared Goff. Because you know what he did in the Super Bowl that Jared Goff didn't do? He had us up by 10 points.
And nobody said anything about Richard Sherman and a situation that went on the other side of the field. We had a lead going with a few minutes left. Oh, no, it's all Jimmy's fault. I said, come on, man. Y'all are tripping,
Jimmy
man.
plays defense there? Come on, man.
No.
Jared Goff had 3 points in the Super Bowl, Ronbo. Stop comparing him.
We got. We'll see tomorrow night. Production's cutting us off now. These long conversations that I got to stop and let people talk. I quit. Okay, Donner, Bill, Will.
Well, y'all straight in here holding Jimmy's hand again. I see.
Yeah, we got to do it, Will. We got to do it because he is not the sole reason or the Band-Aid that's going to fix everything that's wrong with the 49ers, other than the injuries. And the 49ers win. That's the bottom line.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. That previous caller you just got off the phone with, he said that what other quarterback win something? What did Jimmy win? Jimmy didn't win a Super Bowl. He missed a wide open pass to Emmanuel Sanders. So what did Jimmy win? Jimmy didn't win nothing either. Jimmy G won him a Super Bowl with Tom Brady, but he was sitting on the bench. So what has Jimmy won? Jimmy hasn't won nothing. So to that caller that just got off the phone, that you talking about other quarterbacks ain't win nothing. Jimmy ain't won a damn thing. Now I'm gonna tell you this: we gonna mess around and keep Jimmy. I believe they're gonna keep Jimmy, but Jimmy ain't gonna win us no Super Bowl. He may get us there, but he ain't gonna. You can't win one with him because he's too inconsistent. He stays hurt. He missed 20.
I remember last year.
He missed 23 games.
I remember last year.
Ronbo, I'm trying to explain my case, but you be cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
Jimmy G missed 23 games. Okay. And everybody talking about Matthew Stafford missed game. Matthew Stafford only missed 8 games out of his whole career. This man played hurt and made plays and threw touchdowns.
How many Super Bowls?
Aaron Rodgers hurt his knee. He played a season with a hurt knee. He still played. Russell Wilson had an injury to his leg. He still played.
How many Super Bowls?
Okay. He got through one, 2 Super Bowl. Okay, Rama. Yeah, Russell Wilson won Super Bowl. He did. Jimmy hasn't though.
He ain't been in one. He's only been in one on his own.
What Shay said was correct. This dude been playing on this team for 4 years and only played one full season.
And got to the Super Bowl.
He stayed hurt. Did he win it though, Ronbo? No, he didn't. He missed a wide open pass.
But he wasn't.
We didn't pay this man. We didn't pay this man $27 million to miss an open throw.
I just want to ask all the anti-Jimmy people one thing: was he the only reason the 49ers lost that Super Bowl? This is what I want to know. Is that what you believe?
He's part of the reason. It's not only. He's part of it. Yes, the defense gave up points, but he's part of it. You had two back-to-back plays when you had Terrell Suggs guard George Kittle, and he missed him both times while he was wide open.
And also, did you notice what Mike Person? Did you notice what Mike Person was doing on the right side? of that line?
Don't give me that Mike. No,
I
don't
will
give me that Mike Person
every time.
Because
quarterback is stressed. He has no time to go through. He has no time to go through progressions. He made up his mind before the ball was snapped.
Wide open, and Jimmy G missed him on that drive.
Made up his mind before the ball was snapped where he was going.
Mike Person made 2 perfect blocks on those back-to-back plays, and Jimmy G
missed why he ended up quitting.
George Kittle both times wide open while Terrell Suggs was guarding him. Jimmy G misses wide open receivers, and he does not give them the ball. He stays hurt.
And he does that all the time.
He does not throw the ball
answer that
away.
question honestly.
He does that all when the line breaks down.
Does that all the time?
See, Ron, you can see you keep cutting me off. You're gonna try to say you're right.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying because you guys exaggerate every mistake, but you say it as if
Jimmy
that's
G-
all he does. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, can I talk now?
You go ahead, but I'm
Jimmy G misses
all
wide
the
open
time.
receivers.
All the time.
Jimmy G
Stays
is
hurt
consistent
all
with
the
his
time.
injury.
Yep.
He does not throw the ball when the line breaks down. He always try to be a statue and try to make last-second throws when they always get picked off. Why do you think defenses stack the box every game? You know why? Because they know Jimmy G is not going to throw deep. The defense is going to tell Kyle Shanahan, look, we know your quarterback ain't nothing. So what we're going to do is stack the box on you, stop the run, and we're going to make Jimmy G throw the ball. And when Jimmy G throws the ball, now listen, when Jimmy G throws the ball, when they are completed, receivers have to slow down to catch the football. They do not run full speed while they catch it.
Bookmark this. Let us continue this tomorrow, as we're going to do for the whole entire offseason until next season, when I come up being right saying, I told you all about Jimmy G, and you wouldn't listen.
And if you're right, if you're right, I will give you your
And you do. I give you credit.
But Jimmy G, he's not. He's going. I don't think Jimmy G can get no better than he already doing.
This is what I appreciate about you, Will. You were against my boy J-Dub like harder than anybody, and you did admit that J-Dub is not a waste. I'll appreciate you, and I equally. If Jimmy screws up next year, if he's still on his team, I will be the first to say you were right. But right now, I'm not on that. Hey, let's continue tomorrow, though. All right. Did you? Okay. Frank B, come on in, man.
Ronbo, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Frank. Frank.
It's getting hot on the phone.
Oh, it's going to get, Frank, between now and draft night, it's going to get crazy. Everybody looking for Jimmy G. Kyle's just going to kick it to the curb. Get your sorry ass out of here. I'm going to draft me my first round draft quarterback. And I'm going to the Super Bowl next year. So I'm going to argue with that all the way up until draft night. I ain't playing. But Frank, before I take up too much time, go ahead.
Yeah, well, shout out to my man Will, man, my TNT brother, Ronbo.
Will's good people. I love him. I love him. We don't agree, but I still love all these guys.
No, I mean, but I'm with Will, Ronbo. I mean, what is it that you love about Jimmy so much?
Well, first of all,
go ahead.
You want to answer? You want me to answer? Go ahead.
Yeah, go. You can answer real quick. Go ahead. I'll let you answer. Go ahead.
First of all, Jimmy G knows this offense. He knows these players. They know him. They respect him. He's a leader amongst them. They follow him. They all love him. I want him to stay right where he is, continue to learn, because frankly, for all intents and purposes, Jimmy G is still in learning mode. He hasn't had enough time out there yet to learn all he needs to learn. Kyle warned people about that a year ago. He says he missed time and he needs more. There's some things he's got to go through that he still hasn't even went through before he becomes. Because Kyle sees the same potential in him than I do. I still remember Jimmy G when he first came to this team. That kid's got talent. And I've seen him. And somebody said, Jimmy G's never hit anybody in stride. Frankly, that's not true. He was hitting E-Man Sanders last year in stride all the time. Not way downfield, but they were crossing routes and crisscross. Dude was throwing seeds and hitting people perfectly. I like him. He's made some mistakes, but name me a quarterback that's perfect every day. Russell Wilson looked like crap today, and he's supposed to be Mr. All-World. You're not going to get the perfect quarterback that never makes a mistake. This is why I say Jimmy's got an advantage over anybody else we bring in here new. This is why I defend him. But go ahead.
I don't think, well, I mean, I'm not going to say that, you got to look at his track record, though, Ronbo. First of all, health is a big issue, so we can't say that.
I can't argue
and
that.
Also, we got to say that you got to go back to last year, Ronbo, the Super Bowl one. I mean, everybody that watched the game, Ronbo, how did we, especially you can look at all the networks, what they talk about.
That's
we
all
only
they
threw
talk
the ball
about.
8 times. I'm just saying, but we went to the Super Bowl, let's just be real, of running the ball and great defense. Jimmy G he did make some throws. Like I give him the Saints game. I'm not gonna hate on the man. He did the Saints game.
More than that.
I give him the Rams, and I give him the Arizona, and I give him I give him them 3. I'm not gonna really downplay him like that. But when it came to the playoffs, Ronbo, as soon as he made that one mistake, when he threw the ball when we played Minnesota, and Kendricks just missed the interception. What Kyle do? He ran the ball in the NFC Championship. I think he almost threw a pick. What Kyle do? He run the ball. So that's when then in the Super Bowl it was so much hype about he not throwing the ball. So that's when he would try to make Jimmy G to be the MVP. And look what happened to us. Well, we should have just stuck to the format that what got us to the Super Bowl.
I just want to ask you a question.
I'm just being real, Ronbo.
No, I agree. I'm not arguing those points. I have another question though. What if he had Hopkins? What if he had Larry Fitzgerald? What if he had? There are receivers sometimes make a difference, but we don't give enough credit to that. I need mature. Kyle's been trying to find receivers since 2017. He's been trying to find receivers. He lost out on OBJ. He lost out on, he's trying to get receivers. He got Emmanuel Sanders, and suddenly Jimmy G's game went to the next level. This is why I know it's more than just him. He needs to be coupled with guys that have skills. Ayuk's got that talent. Debo has developed into that talent. I need to see him with quality receivers and fully knowing that offense, and then I want to see what happens. If that fails, then I will jump on the get rid of Jimmy G bang. But until I see that, I'm not on that wagon.
Ronbo, what happened this year though, Ronbo? He had a game when he had all. No. The game we played, he had all this stuff when we played Seattle. Kittle and all of them was in the.
He was on a bad ankle. I don't know what a high ankle sprain feels like, but I imagine I saw a different Jimmy G when he had that high ankle sprain than I remember from last year. This is why I don't condemn him about this year. Hey, Frank, that's all. That's just me, though. I'm just seeing something that I don't think other people are seeing, but that's the way I feel about that. Frank, you know what? It's too bad to say Monday night. We got to stop. We're out of time. Frank, get it in the ball. Let's continue. I don't mind arguing about this. I love it. All right. And Naj. Oh, yeah. Come on in, Trent. Get some. I'm ready. Yeah.
Ronbo.
Yo. Is that Frank? Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, the phone hung up, Ronbo.
Yeah, Frank, we out of time. It's quick and short after. That's why I say, let me see tomorrow night because we can't carry on too long after the game. Frank.
Okay.
We continue tomorrow, okay? All right, fam.
Okay, cool. I'll call back tomorrow. Have a good one, Ronbo.
Looking for you. All right. Okay. All right, fam. All right, Trey, bring it on in here. Come on in. He's interesting again. Y'all, everybody wants a piece tonight, boy. I'm dishing it out, too. I'm cutting this pie in big pieces.
Finally. And I do mean finally. This is utterly ridiculous, Ronbo. This is utterly ridiculous.
Agreed.
Is this what we're doing here, Ronbo? Is this what we're doing here?
Right, we have to, Trey. I gotta stand by my convictions. I've been right so many times. Y'all know I don't be giving up.
I don't like this. It doesn't sound good to me. But let me say this.
Yes.
We're just gonna speak facts. We're gonna say it out loud. I know whenever somebody says something bad about Jimmy, you don't let them talk a lot. So I know I'm not gonna get a lot of time.
I will not say another word. Go ahead. You got it. But y'all said the same thing about J-Dub last year. But go ahead.
Hey, but hold on, Ronbo, because everybody's saying a few points that I got, but I just want to pull it together real quick. Jimmy has failed to live up to his contract. He signed a contract. Whenever any other player on any other position don't play, Jimmy's missed 23 games in 3 seasons, Ronbo. He's missed more games than any quarterback in the league in that amount of time. Let me say that again. He's missed more time than any starting quarterback. Name another one, Ronbo. I'll give you the floor.
I thought I was supposed to be quiet. I'm letting you. I'm trying not to get involved.
It was rhetorical, but $22 million is his cap number next year if we release him. He has the second highest. We're not talking about phony money, that Patrick Mahomes stuff. We're talking about real cap dollars. if you let him go. Ronbo, let me ask you a question. You keep saying that if we draft a quarterback, we're going to start over and regress. Well, guess what? When your quarterback hasn't played, he's missed 13 games, played 19, then missed another 10. That's 23 games. When he misses 23 games, aren't you regressing? Isn't your system not being implemented? Aren't you not getting rhythm with your teammates? You don't have to answer that, counselor. I'm not saying that. But so who's being set back, Ronbo? Who's really being? We're actually we're paying for something and we're not getting it. But in any other fashion, if you paid high dollar for something and you weren't getting it, you would want your money back. You would want your return on your investment, or you'd want to get from up under that bad deal. I don't know anybody that wants to stay in a money pit. We're not talking about talent. We're talking about availability. Are you on the field? You talk about Kirk Cousins. Is Kirk Cousins on the field, Ronbo? Kirk Cousins has thrown 43 more touchdowns than Jimmy in these last 3 years. 43.
And
I don't care what you think about him. He's on the field. That's fine, Ronbo. Accomplished. What is he accomplished? Neither one of them won a Super Bowl. We bragging on almost getting there, and not. I'm not even going to say I would rather not get there. But we have a standard, Ronbo.
There's more than just stats with a quarterback. Jimmy leads that team. They follow him, and they do a lot of good things. All I know is as they win.
He's in the press box. He's in the press box.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are up there.
I mean, we're talking about a high ankle sprain, Ronbo. I've seen Byron Leftwich throw a touchdown on a broken ankle with his teammates lifting him up on his shoulder. Now, I'm, YouTuber kids if you've never seen it. But, he's a coach now. But a broken leg, Ronbo. The high ankle sprain takes you out for 10 games.
I think he wanted to play. The 49ers won't let him play.
I know.
The medical team won't let him play.
You know why we don't want him to play, Ronbo? Because if he plays and gets hurt, we owe him money next year. You can't cut him. But you refuse to believe it.
No.
They're showing you this.
Jimmy G is hurt and gets hurt way too often for me, too. Trey, answer me this. Who are you bringing in?
Yes, sir. Okay, so, and I'm glad that you said that because that leads me to my second point. We're not going to do it too long tonight.
Real quick, yeah, because
you always claim, well, if we bring in somebody that's, what do we can't give up all these picks to bring in somebody. Ronbo, who is better at developing late? Who's better at developing late and undrafted talent than Kyle Shanahan? Who's better? Who does it better in the league than us? Dre Greenlaw, 5th-round pick. George Kittle, 5th-round pick. Undrafted free agents, Raheem Mostert, Kendrick Bourne, you name them, Kevin Givens. So when we talk about giving up a few picks to move up, what are we saving them for? Let me ask you this. Do you remember what the Chiefs gave up for Patrick Mahomes? No, answer me that. Does anybody remember what the Chiefs gave up for Patrick Mahomes?
The Chiefs.
What about what the Texans gave up for Deshaun Watson? Do you remember that? Nobody remembers that.
The Chiefs had Alex Smith. Trey, let me establish one thing right now before we go. I didn't say don't draft a quarterback, but I'll be damned if I'm going to support drafting a quarterback and get rid of G. I don't know what that quarterback's going to do. I know what G's going to do. If he gets hurt, the quarterback can come in and take that job after a year. It's the same thing they did in Kansas City. Mahomes came in and learned for a year under Alex Smith, and then he took over. But just to leave me butt naked with this new kid to run a Super Bowl-ready team, and I'm no way am I supporting that, and I can't imagine anybody in the 49ers front office supporting that. That's what I'm saying.
What about a quarterback that doesn't play, Ronbo? That doesn't play and is going to cost you.
But that's all.
He's going to cost you. Trent Williams,
you guys cannot prove that any more than I can prove that he's not going to
play.
play.
I can't, Ronbo.
Thank you, Trey.
That doesn't say anything more than what's been happening already.
Thank you, Trey.
George Kittle gets hurt
too.
too.
Real money,
Are you going to get rid of George Kittle?
$22 million, Ronbo.
I know how much he gets paid.
No,
we can't go on potentially getting
hurt. We're going to cut Weston Richburg. We can't cut D Ford. You know that, right? It's something called a cap accelerator.
No, I didn't know about D Ford's situation. No. Trey, too bad to say Monday. We got to go, though, because we're out of time. You're making good points, but I'm staying by my guns. I don't want a new person in here starting over with Kyle Shanahan. No matter how good he is a teacher, he ain't going to get it for at least a year. They could be in the Super Bowl next year, and Jimmy G should beat the odds and not get hurt. He'll win. That's what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, did you cut Trey? We cut Trey. I'm sorry, man. I didn't cut you off. We got to continue. We're trying to keep things quick moving. All right. I can't see that. Did we do this? Ninebot? Okay. Rebel D. Damn right. I'm holding Jimmy G's hand. That's my quarterback, y'all. Need to stop talking about Jimmy and talk about the play calling that lost the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. Spotlighting Jimmy as being the only reason why the 49ers lost is fantasy. It's folly. That ain't the only reason why they lost that game. That's just blown way out of proportion. Rebel says, a dollar bill will be got closer, didn't he? $8 bill. Dollar bill got closer. We missed a lot of these. Okay. Okay. And the Chargers hit gold in the draft. Why can't we? Jittery's a statue and gets carried by Kittle. Can't throw more than 5 yards and no accuracy. No, but that's not true. You know what? I don't make a point. But Jimmy G's throwing the ball over 5 yards. These are the things that why I started by supporting Jimmy G in the first place. There's a lot of jokes being thrown at Jimmy G, and I just don't. I don't see it. That's not accurate. But thanks for the contribution. Josh Valencia says Larry Fitzgerald just retired. Ooh, that's news because they got knocked out of the playoffs. Oh, yeah. He wanted to go to the playoffs. He hasn't been in a long time. Rebel D also says, is Jimmy the only one who misses people? See, this is another thing. I don't know why people think that quarterbacks are never allowed to make any mistakes. Now, I understand the argument about him not being on the field and getting hurt. But if you expect another quarterback, we just watched Russell Wilson for weeks look like ass. We watched Tom Brady last year look like ass. We watched Aaron Rodgers. The 49ers pulverized him. There's no perfection. You get your team together, you let them meld, and hopefully they grow together to become an offensive machine. But keep throwing guys in and out of the lineup? No, that'll never work. SCRS11, if Jimmy gets hurt next year, it's time to move on. I might be able to support that, but I want another quarterback on the roster, training, ready to take Jimmy's job. That I'll support. This is fun. We're going to do this all the way till April, guys. This is going to be hilarious. Nudge! Nudge!
Ronbo.
Nudge.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, man. I'm laying in the foxhole, bullets flying overhead. Nudge. Go ahead, fam.
I guess I'm in the hole with you. I guess I'm in the hole with you.
It's rough,
Jimmy's
ain't it?
our quarterback.
I know.
Yeah, Jimmy's
He
our
can't get
quarterback.
no break.
Like, how many interceptions did he throw last year?
Jimmy? I don't know. I forgot it.
Yeah, but whatever amount of interceptions he threw, you got to take off 5 for tip passes.
Oh,
and then it was 2 when Kendrick Bourne went the wrong route. So it's like,
this is why I keep not. See, you understand what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. You know, you raise the level of wide receivers, and they were all young when they came in, and they're not reminding anybody of D Hop or Fitz or anybody like that. You know, Julio.
Yep.
You need to let these guys grow together. They keep throwing the quarterback out because the wide receivers are okay. But not how long were we looking for it? We were trying to get OBJ. I don't know who else we've been trying to get. We got Emmanuel Sanders. That's not who we wanted. You know?
yeah, it's like, and the crazy thing is, I was looking at the full games last year to make sure I won't trip. And I'm like, Jimmy G, a good quarterback. It's just because I guess we want to win so bad. When he throw that interception, we get way mad. But it's like, when you think about it, like when you said he was hitting Sanders really good, like he was hitting like perfect stride, slants between 2 people. He kept running. Against the Arizona game, he kept doing it. Seattle, he was doing it.
It's quality on both ends, not just one. I mean, Jimmy's like any other quarterback. And we saw Tom Brady cussing out his receivers and everything else on the sideline. And people don't get it. You need somebody with got some skills on the other side of that pass. If you only got 1 or 2, well, yeah, you're going to struggle a little bit.
I say we need to buff up our offensive line because you talking about inconsistency. They the most inconsistent with injuries. They never on the field either. So you can't blame Jimmy G for not being on the field. If our center never on the field, our right guard, he never on the field. So come on now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's a thing. There's some fixing and things needed all over. Just throwing out the quarterback and bringing another quarterback in, we're going to see something similar. Nobody believes that, but Naj, you bring a quarterback into a situation that's not healthy, he's going to get his butt kicked too. So what is the point?
Of course. And for the simple fact, people saying injuries hurt us. People was getting injured last year. The only person that really didn't get injured last year was Garoppolo. He stayed on. He made sure we won them games when people got hurt.
Interesting.
When Kittle was out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Kittle was out.
George spends a lot of time
hurt. Coleman.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time hurt too. Coleman,
yeah.
Mostert.
We didn't have Sanders for the first 7 games of the season?
7 games.
Yeah, we ain't had him. Kyle Juszczyk was getting hurt. People was getting hurt. Jimmy G stayed. He took us to the Super Bowl still.
But when Jimmy G gets hurt, get rid of him. See, we're paying him too much money.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I argue for Jimmy. I say, man, y'all, this is bias more than anything else. You just don't like Jimmy. So.
Yeah, you just don't. You already got preconceived. You already know what y'all think. I just want everybody to watch them games over again. Just look with a.
Naj, we got to go. Naj, I'm going to see the Brown family. Come on in here and help me out. Because, boy, these boys be coming out to Ronbo. All right, Naj. Have a good night, fam. And Mark Espinosa said, you ask us who we're going to bring in for quarterback. Well, who are you keeping since we have no cap and getting rid of him and would allow us to save more players? So who are you keeping, Ronbo, with $20 billion in cap space? Mark, Jimmy's not the only guy you can cut. That's another misconception. People think Jimmy is everything. He's all the money. He's the worst quarterback. He can't stay on the field. There's other people to cut on the team. Are you keeping everybody on the team except Jimmy? This is the thing I wonder about. He's not the only guy to be cut. You cut where you can. Richard Sherman's not coming back next year. Solomon Thomas is probably not coming back next year. Spoon is debatable. There's players up and down through the lineup that you can trim the fat. The only fat on this team is not named Jimmy G. That's what I'm talking about. But thanks for that contribution. Marco says, Mark, thanks. Oh, is that Mark? Is that a second one? What was your last one? Who was that? Okay. Anyway, Mark, thank you. And, that's the one I just did. Okay. Y'all want to keep Jimmy in his $27 million contract. Okay, we'll keep him. And who else are we going to keep? Okay, that's the same question over again. We only have $20 million or so in cap space. Isn't that the same one I just read? Okay, I'm getting that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I just say, if Kyle starts to look worried about it, and the rest of the guys on the team look like they're worried about it, then I think they know what they're doing. If they cut Jimmy, it'll be for the reasons you guys think. If they don't, then that means no, they do have plans otherwise. Jay, thank you, fam. Sheik, come on in, Sheik.
Ronbo, what's going on, fam?
Sheik, I'm ducking and dodging. I'm taking bullets for G, my boy. That's my quarterback.
Hey, guess what? What side I am on? I'm on the Jimmy G side.
Whoa!
Jimmy G is my quarterback as well.
Tell you.
We all know this. We're speaking facts. I get it. You want the next best thing, Ronbo. Everybody else is doubting Jimmy G. But what is our main problem? Answer it. Chat. Anybody. It's our offensive line, for God's sakes. The right side is the problem. Center. How many centers do we have? How many right guards did we freaking move around? McGlinchey lost all that weight. He looks like straight up ass this year.
It's been musical chairs on an offensive line all year. We've had different guys on there every week, and yet we expect perfection from the quarterback position. Why is that? You think the new quarterback's going to come in and do well against that? Hell, Jimmy and the guys are probably doing better than any other quarterback can do behind that crazy offensive line. At least they know those guys.
Right, and even if you put a quarterback, if you just say you get your number, whatever quarterback you like, right? What's going to happen with this offensive line? You see what happened in Cincinnati with Burrow?
He's in the
Say
hospital.
goodbye to your franchise quarterback. Do you want that to happen? Protect your franchise quarterback.
Excellent example.
Protect him. Protect him. Herbert is amazing, great arm, great talent. But with all that talent, Keenan Allen, what was it? Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, that running back there, Eckler. What is his record? Thank you. Move on. He is a good quarterback, no doubt. But we have a team already. The pieces, Ronbo said it. If we cut Weston Richburg, yes, he needs to go. You save money. Steve Ford, it could be career threatening. He needs to go. You restructure Jimmy G's contract.
And I'm sure
that
he'll do
happens, you could bring Trent Williams back. Well, obviously he's coming back. Juice you have back, and these other key guys that you like. Brett, he will come back. It's sad to say Sherman's going to go. But protect your franchise quarterback. Yes, you say, it's a lot of money, $27 million. Did you know that he is 11 to 13?
Oh, the list?
Of the list. And you rather have a Matthew Stafford. What has he done? Let me go to his stats.
And he's had some prime-time receivers, too.
Right. And everybody wants that Kirk Cousins. I hear you, Trey. I hear you still, Trey. You know what his record is? 52 and 53. He had Diggs. He had Thielen. He had Justin Jefferson.
He had an all-star cast. You give Jimmy that cast.
What?
Oh, man.
He got Dalvin Cook in the backfield, bro. What did Jimmy G have in the beginning of the year? Dante Pettis and Kendrick Bourne as a starter. He didn't have freaking the two best wide receivers on our team. George Hill got hurt, unfortunately. And when he came back, he was not fully healed. Jimmy Garoppolo was not fully healed. Guess what he did? He beat the New England Patriots. He swept the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, excuse me, let me rephrase it. He beat the Rams. He didn't sweep because he didn't play the last game. But what I'm trying to say is, in the Seattle Seahawks, what does he do? What our problem is, beat Seattle is the main focus because it's our division. What is his record? 2-1.
And Sheik, add to that, the people say Jimmy can't pass over 5 yards. He was perfect in the game that eliminated the Seahawks last year. But nobody remembers that. All they do, Jimmy sucks.
Right.
He didn't suck.
No, it does not suck. Yes, he needs to work on his fortune being healthy. I get that. He needs to be healthy. But the timing, and maybe it could be the quarterback coach. He could be the problem.
But
he failed him.
There's any number. Sheik, we got to stop because it's after the game. But listen, would you get back in here tomorrow night, and let's continue pointing these things
Money
out.
Not Raw. You want Money Not Raw, we'll give it to you. 49er fans, we're all on this together. Don't come at it in negative. But at the end of the day, everybody wants. And guess what I did? I bought myself a Jared Rice jersey frame. What was it, like $400 or something like that? Make yourself happy and have a good day, Niners. We will be back in 2021. Baseball! It's our life. We're Ronbo Sports. And know this. We're going to get this dub, and when Super Bowl bound is going to happen.
That's it.
Keep the faith.
All right. Sheik, thanks, fam. We'll see you tomorrow. And Happy New Year, by the way. We haven't talked since then.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And shout out to Ronbo Chat and Nancy.
Thanks, fam. Night. And there's Night about with more. Tight end and running backs are always getting hit. Quarterbacks are protected by rules and linemen. It would be nice if the lineman would protect him. He said Jenner is getting hurt like he's a running back. It's typical running backs to drop. Anyway, O'Neal.
Yo. Bravo, baby. What's good?
O'Neal, man, we're supposed to be talking about the game tonight, but like we're going to be doing each and every time we talk, we're going to get on Jimmy, and I'm going to take exception to it, and then the arguments are going to break out. But O'Neal,
how it goes, baby. I see you fighting for your life tonight, bro. Jeez, these Niner fans, they want to be out.
That just missed.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, I'm actually like I said last time when I called, I'm like, if Jimmy stays and he's our quarterback next year, I will not be surprised. I also won't be surprised if he's gone, but I do think we are kind of low on the draft. So my focus is, I'm going to be speaking hypotheticals if Jimmy comes back and is our quarterback. What I want us to focus on, and I want us to get Nick Bosa help because he needs it the most. Like, I know people want a new quarterback, whatever, but Nick Bosa's coming off an ACL injury. We all know this.
Yeah.
And I really feel like he should be on a 20 to 30 snap count minimum next year. And he's also going to need help. He's going to need another premium edge, whether we get a Yannick Ngakoue in free agency or we go and get someone else. But he needs help. He's going to, like, I feel like I want to get him the most help because
take some pressure off him.
One of, right, exactly. He is one of our best players on the defense, and he's gonna need some pressure to be awesome. So I feel like in this draft, like, I don't really care if we go quarterback. I kind of don't want to. Like, I'm cool with rocking Jimmy again. If we don't though, and we trade the whole barn for a future quarterback, then I'm just like, all right, well, I guess, you know what I mean? They wanted to go that route, whatever. But I feel like what we should do is just run it back with Jimmy, pray to the football gods that he and everyone else that's the point, does not get hurt, and get Nick Bosa, and hopefully Nick Bosa and the defense can stay healthy as well. And I feel like we can run it back for a Super Bowl. Because Trent Williams even said, and I do feel like how you said, like, if we do move on from Jimmy, that does create some complications with the team. Because Trent Williams does not want to restart. He doesn't want to restart. He does not want to restart. He's already, 31? He's at the twilight of his career. He wants to win a Super Bowl. So us putting the restart button at the quarterback.
I tell you something. Not only him, the rest of the offensive unit is going to want to get back to the same guys that were with before and do it again. Nobody wants a new quarterback on that team. Guarantee you, none of the players want that.
That is true. George Kittle. Like, I mean, we just signed him to an extension, and that's his, like, literally bromance buddy. Him and Jimmy are always going back and forth with the media. Like, they're in love with each other. So I do think it would get some complications to the team if Jimmy does go. So I just feel like in this draft, we should focus on edge pressure and cornerback play. Like, I feel like we do need a big cornerback, too. We could target Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech, Patrick Surtain, which is the guy that you were talking about from Alabama, who's nice. But I feel like even maybe Asante Samuel Jr. From Florida State, he could be good. But, like, I do think we need a big corner because we have DK and D-Hop both in our division, and we got to stop those guys. So, and it was close. It was a close game today, too.
Although Verrett did a good job
I
on
really
him.
appreciate that guy.
Yeah. Lil Verrett did a good job on Big DK today, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
DK
DK was
I think he had, 3 or 4 receptions?
Yeah. DK
they
was
were
frustrated.
They were clamping him down.
Yes.
But then Lockett,
I know. See, that's why K'Wan Williams is a must sign because Lockett knows he don't get to play when K'Wan's here,
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, Rambo. I'm so glad you said that. K'Wan and Brett, I really feel like this push to bring back. But Kittle, he did some good plays.
He did.
The past 3 games. But I can't forget what he did last season. What Stephon Diggs did against him in the playoffs. That long bomb. Oh, my God. Woo-wee, baby.
So. But listen, fam, we gotta stop. After the game, we're kind of short. But let me get up back here tomorrow and let's talk some more.
100%, baby. You already know
you're very reasonable. I love it.
Good, baby. Now, wait, let me get a shout out. All those that want to follow me, O'Neal Lewis 2 at twitter.com, baby. Y'all can come and follow me. I'll give you guys some draft insight on some players and all that, baby. But all right, Rambo, thank you so much, and much love, baby.
And tell your brother Shay, I still love him. Don't get mad at me.
Of course. Yeah, he's on that Jimmy hype train. I'm just like, bro, I don't really care. I just want Nick Bosa help. That's my main thing. Get Nick Bosa some help, baby. All right, you easy, Ronbo.
All right, Neil, you too. Night. Omar says, draft the QB at 12th and keep JG to push him. Yeah. No, if they do, I can live with that. Hey, Cedric. Cedric.
What's up, Ronbo?
Cedric, man, we try to talk about the game as we normally do after the game. It's it pretty much going to be about Jimmy for the rest of the till after the draft when everybody going to get mad, or I won't get mad because the 49ers got rid of him for a new quarterback. But, Cedric, what do you think? You want to talk about the game or whatever? But we got to keep it quick. Go ahead.
Right. I just say Happy New Year to you. I know
Thanks,
I haven't called you in a while, but appreciate it. I've still been checking you out. Still been repping them Niners. I guess I just talk about the game. What was up with the last play when the Seahawks had the ball? Instead of doing the kneel down at the end, before they did the kneel down, they did this little pass, and the dude ran it all the way around to out of bounds, and then they came back with the kneel down. What was up with that?
That may have been the reason why I don't. You know what? I got to go back and look at that. That may be the reason why they got a little bit, almost got into a fight there toward the end of the game.
Because they didn't come out, and you would think they would have just came out.
Because there wasn't a lot of clock left, right? Yeah.
Right. It wasn't a lot of clock left.
You know.
But they came and they ran a play, and then they came back to do the kneel down.
See, the clowns. See, if they would have got rid of that, just like when Russell Wilson used to pretend like he was going to slide and didn't slide, and then we hit him and they threw a flag. See, there is something really rotten in Seattle. There's a lot of things that all the time, Cedric, it's either the referees making some bogus call to give them a break or allow them to get away with little things like that. That should have been some kind of a foul. Some kind of misconduct or personal foul for what are you doing, Pete? I would have threw a flag on him. But did you tell him to do that? I mean, man, I got to go back and look at that. I didn't notice. I was so mad.
And I think the Seahawks really got upset that the 49ers got that last touchdown. I think they were feeling themselves really good when they was up by 2, and then we closed the door and they only won by 3.
Yeah. See, because they were supposed to be whooping our behind because we was out there the 3rd, 4th string and 5th string players. You know, they were too indignant to have to struggle for 4 quarters. And Cedric, they won that game in the 4th quarter. Now, they were supposed to beat us from the beginning of that game to the end, and they found themselves in a position where they almost lost. So, you know, they should be mad.
And I guess it might be a little too early for you to call it, but who are you rooting for?
I'm not rooting for the Hawks. I don't like the Rams. But you know what? If the Rams can beat the Hawks, I'll be delighted. And in the following week, I can root against them. That's my perfect world right there. Because the Hawks, man, they ain't got no business being in first place. They did not. The reason I say that is because if we wouldn't have got hurt, they wouldn't have had a chance to win that division. That's what makes me so damn mad.
If they're going to struggle with the 4th and 5th string all the way to the 4th quarter, they don't deserve to be champs. But I appreciate it, Romo. I keep checking you out, man.
All right, Cedric. Appreciate you, fam. Happy New Year. I'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance.
Yeah, man.
All right. Hey, Charles. See, my dude, Seahawks says, give up all hope. Resistance is futile. That was sarcasm. Chat is crazy, Ronbo. We're passionate. Understandable. Seahawks, you know, it's crazy being a football fan, ain't it? Even when I was an NBA fan, I didn't get this much adrenaline flowing at all times. But thanks for that contribution. Charles, where you at, man? Ellis! By the way, people are saying donate all the much. But you guys understand, the Seahawks fan is a primetime gambler. That dude just won probably, I don't know how much he bet. He had 3.5 points, 49ers versus Seahawks. He won in the closing seconds. That guy's got the Midas touch when it comes to placing bets. Ellis, you got to turn that speaker off so you got feedback.
Yo.
Come on in, Ellis.
Right on.
Ellis, man, if you have something to say about the game, feel free to do so. Or it's going to be like this until April. The Jimmy G wars are on. Boy, draft night's going to be hilarious, Ellis. I can't wait till draft night because everybody's sitting on and saying, Ronbo talking on that trash, huh? We're going to get a quarterback in this first round. And the 49ers have traded up for Ian Book. You know, Ellis, there will be a lot of happy people, boy. I'm looking, I can't wait to see if the 49ers, I think they're going to trade down. Shea has guaranteed me there'll be no trade downs. I say the 49ers are going to go for volume in this draft as opposed to quality. But Ellis, the ball game or that subject, wherever you want to go ahead. Let me stop.
Well, hopefully, if we do get a quarterback, it's a good enough, quarterback that can come and learn immediately from Jimmy G and whoever else Kyle decides to keep in the offense. And hopefully that guy's hungry and studious and wants to, understand the offense and can come over and eventually take over. Hence Jimmy doesn't have a great season, but if he does have a good season, you can assure that he'll be re-signed. But I'm just, that's just at least my, in my opinion, if he does have a strong season next year, Jimmy, there's a chance he probably will get re-signed and we'll end up keeping him, which would be good for that rookie, whoever it is that we get. But we need to do something before, because if we don't do it, then we're basically depending on the fact that either Jimmy's going to come through or we're ready to get one of our other guys to come in. And then if we walk away from Jimmy, then we don't really have anybody to curate the new rookie. Aside of if we have one of the two.
I just want to say something about that.
CJ or Nick.
That's an excellent point. You know what? This is why I was wondering about CJ today or Nick. You know what? One of them is coming back, even if they draft a new kid. You know it? But one of them is not. Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, so it's kind of concerning to me because I think CJ does have some potential. Nick, I think, understands the offense a lot more. He's got a lot more, but I mean, it doesn't really necessarily matter about the technical aspect of it and how great you are at knowing this and knowing that, because if you can't do it once the ball snapped, it doesn't really matter. And CJ's been playing pretty good, man. He's pissing me off at the beginning, but he started to play better and. He's just doing that old school, that older CJ stuff, man, where he takes hella long, he sits there in the pocket, and it's just like a statue, and then he gets stuck. You know what I mean? He gets hit or, coughs up the ball or throws a BS pass, which a few of those things did start to happen, but he turned it around, and I was glad. You know what I mean? And
he's much improved.
I'm just irritated we lost to these damn Seahawks, man. They definitely don't deserve to be number one in our division.
Oh, God,
yeah, but they weren't the better team today. I mean, and they know that. And if any real fans, they know they got away with one today. And I mean, shit, they still didn't even get first place because Green Bay and the Saints won. Yeah. They got. I mean, I'm meaning the whole NFC. Of course, they got first in our division, right? Of course, but I mean, and there's a whole.
They're going to embarrass us again. They are, Ellis. They're going to embarrass us again. Russell Wilson, did you see that deer in headlights look? I saw that a couple of times, and I was shocked. I've never seen him do that before. Robert Saleh had him tripping. It was look at Wilson's face.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was just such a great damn defensive effort, man, today. Aside of the, couple of big plays, but there was very little of those plays that were big. Our run defense, our run game on the offense was doing, was looking, pretty good, man. And I thought we had this game in the bag. I figured like, okay, we're gonna close this one out, and
I did too.
It's gonna be good. That's what it was. It's another one of those games, man. Like the Saints game, like the damn Eagles game, like the Cardinals game earlier in the year. These nail-biter close games. So
I know. Let's continue tomorrow night.
Sweet after the game.
I know, because it's fun to talk 49ers football now. Way more even than the season. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. All right, Ellis.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate it, man. And look, hey, we're going to be keeping Richie James, man.
I like him. I know,
James
right?
He's going to be on the team. I've been talking about him since last year. And I think finally Kyle's got a chance to see it. So
God, that was a
this
beautiful
looks like
catch.
a good thing.
Right
Yeah,
over his
he
shoulder.
did really well. He came in strong.
CJ
Way to
can
close
throw
out,
that,
Richie.
All
Yeah,
right.
shout out to you, brother Ronbo. Thank you for
Thanks,
the
man.
platform.
Yeah, my pleasure.
You know, and shout out to the Niners faithful. You know, you guys, we gotta bounce back and come strong. This is one of the worst parts of football is the end of the season. So, you know, we gotta come together. We gotta come together this off season.
Oh, we will. We got to argue because we
All
family.
right, family.
But we definitely a family.
Yes,
we'll
indeed.
stay together. All right, fam. Night, Ellis.
Okay, fam. Peace.
Hey, Charles. Come on in, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Charles, man, we argue like crazy like we do. We didn't even wait for off-season to start. Normally, we start this in the off-season, especially after losing seasons. Boy, we used to get crazy. And we immediately at the end of the last game, Charles, come on in, man. Yeah, put your opinion down. Go ahead, fam. I ain't going to bite nobody. What else? What you got?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you clear.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you know, hey, I'm glad we battled. You know, that's all I was expecting this last game.
Oh, I know.
You know, we came in, we battled, and we showed Seattle, you know, what we're made of, and you know, they did some stuff at the end of the game, you know, that was kind of suspect, but it's okay. We're gonna come back stronger and better next year. I'm telling you, we're gonna be, you know, we might start off at 8-0 starting next year.
That. Yeah, those guys got to be motivated. They got to feel robbed. You know, everybody's hurt. We didn't have nothing to do. Yeah.
And watch the draft picks we get, and the undrafted picks that we get. I'm telling you, it's gonna be live for 2021, 2022. And so I'm really excited. You know, I really hope that I believe it's gonna go down like you said. You know, we're gonna keep Jimmy G. You're probably gonna get him back for a discounted price, and he's gonna start next season. And we're gonna draft a rookie, and you know, we're gonna train him. Hopefully, he's gonna be a QB. I hope he is. You know, with a really good being able to read defenses and have a rocket arm. That's what I'm hoping.
And get in sync with Kyle's teaching, because people don't get it. They think Jimmy's good. Kyle's a good coach. He can coach up anybody. Man, it still takes time. That team would have to wait a year for that kid to get up to speed. If he can beat Jimmy out next year, I'm all for it. But don't expect him to come in there now to come in and just, I'm in charge. I got Kyle Shannon's offense down better than anybody on the team. Yeah, all right, let's go.
Yeah. It just seems like Shanahan, he likes these submissive quarterbacks, you know, these submissive, you know, B-type personalities at quarterback. You know, all the quarterbacks on the roster are like that. They don't, you know, they're not trying to buck the system. They don't have this dominant personality. Jim, he likes those. And so he's able to control those, you know, and that's what I see. He's not going to get somebody who's, you know, who's flashy like Fields or Lawrence. I don't think he's going to get anybody that, but I really hope he will get Fields. I really hope we do get Fields, but maybe not. But everybody, you know, from the wide receiver,
these guys, they're going to interview them first, though, Charles. You know, if they answer the questions right, but you know what? You're right. Kyle does not want some maverick that's going to come in there with an ego, thinking he's going to go in and run my offense the way he wants to run it. You know, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but sometimes the best leaders are A-type
like
personality.
That's true.
And so you don't
that's
need
not
these.
Kyle's type, though. You're right.
That's not his type because he can't control those types. He's not that type either. But you know, you
because
need those.
Kyle's got that kind of. But Kyle's got that offense. He thinks what he's cooking is far superior. If you go off schedule, it better be within the system he's taught you. You start rolling around doing your own thing, you're going to get in trouble with Kyle. That's true.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just I really hope we get some. You know, I really hope we make this draft count. I really hope we make this draft count for this year. You know, I hope we don't draft some ACL guy and store him up for another year. I don't want it.
Red shirty.
I don't
and they won't do it for the first 2 or 3 rounds for sure. But the Contavious Street days are done. But Charles, we got to go, though, fam. Let me. It's always short after the game. Get on in there tomorrow, man. You've always got good stuff. Let's talk tomorrow.
Man.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Happy New Year, Charles. Night.
All right. You too.
And there he is. He is Nick Mullins' #1 fan. He's Fly Guy. Fly Guy.
Ronbo.
Yes, Fly Guy. What's up?
What's good?
Fly Guy, man, we just sit back here and talk about the game, and we'll end up talking about the future. And Fly Guy, whatever direction you want to take, you're on. Go ahead. 3 minutes.
What I'm trying to say is Kyle Shanahan is the problem, but nobody see it. They always think it's the quarterback.
Some people do see it.
You will never have a healthy quarterback unless you let the quarterback be freely, move around the pocket freely, do whatever he wants freely. You feel me? Because you can't tell me stand there and throw the ball when somebody's coming at me full speed. I might get hurt. I might want to just move around. You feel me?
True. Yes.
So think about Russell Wilson. He didn't play all his life. He never been hurt before. Because he's
seriously
freely.
Hurt, but he's been hurt.
I mean, I don't recall it, but he been on the field for a while. Like, you feel me?
He hasn't missed any
But
games.
he's moving around freely. Like he do whatever he want. So we can do that. Kyle can't tell somebody to stand there and throw the ball, and somebody's coming at you 100 miles an hour.
That does sound crazy, don't it?
Yeah, it's like you can't blame Jimmy G, Nick Marlin, or CJ. It's like you run a play, be like, okay, you look down the field, you throw it right there, and somebody's coming at you full speed, but you cannot go around. Like,
you got to trust your lineman. That's his job. Stand there and believe and have
game
faith.
is not supposed to be like that. The game not supposed to be like that, man. Like the quarterback has to be able to change the plays. If you feel like the plays is not gonna work, change it at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
how many times we change the play? Never.
They need to. You know how many years it would take to be able. Kyle's not gonna let anybody audible at the line of scrimmage. It would take 3 or 4 years, I think, before Kyle would trust any of his quarterbacks. He didn't even let Matt Ryan do that. That's a good point, though. When will Kyle take the leash off and allow his quarterback to run the game? Because there's supposed to be communication between the center and the quarterback in Kyle's system that should work. Good point, Fly Guy.
Because they don't want on the field. They know what they can do. They know what they can't do. So if
and they can
like,
see the field better than Kyle because they're in a position where they can see the defense. These are very good points.
They probably feel like I need the audible display. I can make this play right now. You feel me? But Kyle don't let them change the play, so they trying to do what Kyle trying to say, and they just stand there and just getting sacked, fumble, getting hit. Kyle just got to lay back and just be a head coach and start trying to be everything. You feel me? Like head coach, offensive coordinator.
This is why you may see the same 3 guys in that quarterback room next year. It's going to piss a lot of people off, but you may see the same 3 guys.
Yeah,
Kyle does not like new meat. He didn't even want to go after. He brought in a dude that already knew his offense. He didn't even try to get a new quarterback.
And because Kyle know it's not their fault. He know he calling him crazy.
I told him what to do, and if they fail, it's my fault. You might be absolutely on to something here. You really might be.
But next year, man, we gotta do better than we gotta go. We gotta open up the field. We gotta go deep. See, we went one time deep, and the running game started working again.
That
one time we went deep.
That was nice.
The running game started working again.
Richie James.
If we don't do that.
Yeah, they should use Richie James can get loose. He's often by himself. Kyle's got to think about that. Richie's got to come back next year as the deep threat. We'll see. Let me see.
Ronbo, you got Kyle number. Call Kyle, man. You got the plug.
I wish Kyle's that guy. When you ask him questions at the press conference, Kyle gets mad at reporters and tells them. You can see his face like, the hell question was that? I'm Kyle Shanahan. I'll do it again next time. So, you gotta be careful, Kyle.
But Kyle said all he wants is all his players back. He know he fucked up this year. He know he didn't do a good job of managing the game.
He looked terrible all year too. Looked like he was wearing him out. Flacco, we gotta go. Let me see tomorrow.
But
though.
listen. My last
real
word
quick, 10 seconds
before I leave. Okay. Oh, in the off season, just do a show about you. How did you start it like in 49ers? Because sometimes I just want to know how did you start it, because I never seen a faithful fan like you.
No, there's lots.
Something like that. You feel me?
Most of these guys that call in, and you guys love the 49ers as much as I do. But thanks, I appreciate that. We really got to go, though. Let me see tomorrow. I'll get into that with you. No problem.
Yeah.
And good points. All right. Have a good night, fam. Yeah, he's right. Kyle does not want a certain kind of personality as his quarterback. Omar Lopez! Next year, quarterback class is going to be crazy. Thanks, fam, for that contribution. You know what? Yeah, Bobo, thanks. We already got a top pick quarterback waiting, Josh Rosen. Wouldn't that be interesting? He's another guy that will probably follow directions. That's why Matty Ice and Kyle had so much trouble. They hated each other after the first year because Kyle insisted on following his path, and Matty Ice probably didn't appreciate it, and that got heated. But then Matt Ryan comes in the next year and he wins MVP. So, that's just the way it is. We'll see. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, man, it's the night of after the game, and we're supposed to be talking about the game. We've talked about it a little bit, but mostly it's been about the first-round pick, since now we're looking forward to the draft already. So, Bethel, any number of subjects.
This should be a day where we should be proud of our team, how they played, how they fought, and how we end up, even though we lost, we end up a note in a good way because our team didn't give up. Even though there were, I heard people saying that, hey, Jimmy missed this, Jimmy missed that. Okay, look at what CJ did. Number 82, our tight end, was straight out open. He didn't throw to him. That was a touchdown for 7 points. When George Kittle was open for a touchdown, that's another 7 points. That's 14 points missed because CJ didn't do what he's supposed to do as a quarterback. Even the guy in the booth said it. Oh, if that was Jimmy would have went to progressive, the first read, and would have threw it there for a touchdown. But no, people don't see that. I'm like, quarterbacks do that all the time. They miss their reads. And there's one play where, and I've seen this a couple of times already, where CJ is surprised that he got time in the pocket because he's used to the pocket coming in, slam, that he has to get rid of the ball, that he doesn't know what to do with it because he's surprised he has time.
That's funny. Can you see shit? They're not here yet. All right. I can throw the ball.
Yes. Yes. So, we could have won this game if CJ would have did a little bit better, and because if he sees the film and he sees number 82 open, he's shit. And then you've seen when he messed up when he threw the ball to Karen's Bourne instead of George Kittle, he's all like, shit. Like, he knew he fucked up, but quarterbacks do that.
Yeah, you know what? It's moving quick out there. Big bodies moving all the way around.
Yeah,
it's not as easy to see as we're seeing a view of what's going on the field. So we're quick to judge, but I don't know that the quarterback saw what we saw. And people say a better quarterback would have made that. Well, you know what? That's. Maybe.
And one thing I wanna point out: we did better than the LA Rams. When Rams had a healthy defense, a healthy offense, and we did better than them. Our backups did better than them.
Hey,
you know,
Bethel, we should have won that game anyway.
Yeah, we
just
should've.
made one mistake too many. But all you have to do is make one mistake in that kind of game, a defensive game. But we had that game. We were rolling. But all of a sudden, things came undone. And that when Russell Wilson got behind, all of a sudden he started hustling.
Seattle Seahawks fans right now should be embarrassed that our backup
They have
almost
no shame.
beat their first starter.
No, they're talking trash. They're talking trash.
They should
They're
be
really proud of that.
ashamed that their team. Yeah, they should not be proud of that. You know, because I go, basically, if, say, CJ would have done his job as a quarterback, our three quarterbacks would have beat the Seahawks.
Oh, you know,
Jimmy, Mullins, and then CJ.
Yeah, they you know what? The 49ers, if they had their whole team, this would not have been an issue.
Yeah.
They would have been on the way to the playoffs as a top seed, most likely. That team was stacked.
Or if we had Trent Williams out there protecting him on that side,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
would
even
have done a lot better.
Beth, you're right. All we needed tonight was Trent Williams and K'Wan Williams, and the 49ers win that game. They do. That's all they needed.
Yeah.
Protect.
Didn't you see in the box all our players are there injured? And then one thing, you don't want what happened, and this is what pisses me off. Pettis goes to New York.
I know, I saw
and
that.
makes these
I posted
badass catches and wins the game for them.
It figures. This is what always happens. Beth, we got to stop though. But let me see you tomorrow, will you? 'Cause, we got to be short after the game.
Like good show, Ronbo.
Thanks.
And hit the like for Ronbo Sports. And you haters, stop hating because we almost beat your ass. We're our backups.
Good night, Bethel. Have a good night.
All right, good night, Ronbo.
Oh, God. And Seahawks, man, you're far too generous, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It says Ronbo gets 5% of all the proceeds. Let's see. G and Ronbo, F the haters. You know, I wonder if fandom is supposed to be as we define it here on Ronbo Sports. I need to go to some other. I got to go check out Normcam. Do the haters come and get Norm? I wonder. I haven't watched Norm. I know about him. Norm always steals my style. I'm just telling the truth. He does. Norm, you know, I've been watching you, man. I know about you. Hey, Rick.
What's going on, man?
Oh, God. Rick, come on in, man. Rick, this is perfect, Rick. We only got 3 minutes tonight, and we can continue for the rest of the time between now and April. But I know why you're here. Go ahead. Rick, Trey accused me of cutting people off. I'm not going to cut you off. I'm here to listen. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. look. First of all, I do believe that we definitely need better online play. I'm gonna go from a different standpoint tonight. I'm not gonna go with the Jimmy G stuff. Now, quick, if you want to go Jimmy G quick, out of 48 games, 3 years, he played 25, so he missed 23. So if you're happy with that, cool. I'm not. If you want to be factual fast,
but wait, you said 25? What was that?
He's 25.
And what was said earlier? 23?
23.
Okay, so
he
2 games.
23. He missed 23 games out of 16 game series. This year he had played 6 games, threw 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. So if you're happy with the quarterback throwing 1 touchdown and off of the INT per game, cool. That's your business. My issue right now is more on Kyle Shanahan, and the thing is this, because like I think a quarterback caller called in earlier, is that Kyle I definitely do believe he has a certain type. He wants somebody who's really more demure or whatever. And he's not really not looking to do any check downs or check outs of different plays. But the biggest issue I have right now, because you look at our quarterbacks we have, Mullins and CJ, because we all know that Jimmy G was a gift from New England for us. But he has a type, because when we go back when we got CJ, when we could have easily got Deshaun Watson, we could have got Patrick Mahomes. But the reason why he doesn't like those types of quarterbacks per se is in quotation marks is because they were typically shotgun quarterbacks, and he wants somebody who can runs a post style, who just pretty much under center, which is fine, but that's not realistic in today's NFL. And the thing about it is, if being honest, even Andy Reid realized, look, it doesn't matter whether the quarterback is their under center or the shotgun. If they have talent, I can teach them to get whatever. But you can't just be like, well, when he drafted C.D. Beathard, oh, he's a natural thrower. So what? Who cares? He's not good. He doesn't have talent like that. He's just a natural thrower. So we're going to just always bypass better quarterbacks because they, quote unquote, they're in the shotgun majority of time, which is pretty much the majority of what NFL quarterbacks do today. So at the end of the day, we definitely need a true punt returner. I'm sick of all this other bull crap. I'm sick of the experience with Ricky James, the experience with Trent Taylor.
I like Richie.
And all of that. I like Richie, but I'd rather give him a shot more at give him more of a shot at wide receiver because your boy Trent Taylor. I think this is last year. I'm not sure we keep Kendrick Bourne, but we need to get just a guy dedicated to punt returns, kick stuff like that, because that helps us with our field position and stuff like that. So we definitely need somebody. Stop trying to get somebody that's okay, because initially we got DJ Reed, who was second in the NCAA back in kick returns and punt returns. And we had Dante Pettis
and Reed. They were both number one.
Used neither one of them. And we used neither one of them because, they weren't whatever. But we need to get somebody that's definitely just for that. I'm definitely on board with us getting another quarterback, drafting somebody. Depending on our draft position, it makes no sense for us to try to reach all the way up and get all our draft capital away.
It's not
just go for an O-line man and then get somebody maybe in the second round, maybe a Mac Jones, a Kyle Trask or something like that.
Okay, you know what? We got to go, Phil. But you know what? You just hit upon Mac Jones is running out of a pro style. Bama runs a pro style offense, don't they? You know, somebody made a joke about Mac Jones. If he's available in the second round, look out. Mac Jones, I don't know how you feel about him. He could be in Santa Clara.
I'm okay with it. Because all he pretty much has, he has Najee Harris, who's good on the running game, but Devontae Smith, who is a monster. But that's all pretty much he had, because the other guy was hurt. But yeah, we'll trust me. We can talk tomorrow. I'll call tomorrow, and then I'll go on Jimmy G. But tonight.
so thanks, Rick, for giving me a break tonight. All right. Well, I'll be ready tomorrow. After it's too late now after 6 hours being there, but I'll be ready for y'all tomorrow. I ain't playing, boy. I'm bringing ammunition. I'm bringing snacks. I'm bringing energy drinks. I'm gonna get y'all.
Pack a whole lunch. Pack a whole lunch, too. Pack a whole lunch, too. Because the thing is, I tell you what, Ronbo, when it comes to arguing, I'd rather give you facts and numbers than
I know it.
But man, not a faithful, not an empire. Hey, man, we'll be back. Revenge Tour 2021, man.
Oh hell yes! All right, Rick. Have a good night, fam.
All right, man. You do the same.
Thanks. And hey, Dalvin, come on in, Dalvin.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Oh, Delvin, man, we're sitting here talking about the after game like we like to do. And then, of course, Jimmy G, we got two camps now. Get Jimmy the hell up out of here. And no, we don't. That's my camp.
Well, Ronbo, everybody's bashing on you about Jimmy. They are, and it's due to the fact that the Niner Empire, we collectively for a very long, we know what we see on the field. The writing is on the wall. Us as fans, we know what we've been spoiled when it comes to the quote unquote star quarterback. And Jimmy G I might give him the number one backup, but he is not a star quarterback. It's just that's the bottom line. He isn't. He can come in if it's a game that you need him to come in and pull out the winning game, or he might win 2 or 3 games for the season. But as far as him being a star quarterback, like Montana or Steve Young, that is not him. And people need to understand that and let that seep into their membrane. Is the fact that yes, Jimmy G, he might be the number 1 backup quarterback in the league, but he is not a star quarterback. That is not him. It's just that simple. And we need another quarterback. I mean, he can teach.
Delvin, cut to the chase. Cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Who do you want to bring in, Delvin? Do you have any prospects?
Actually, to be honest, I don't really have it. I mean, I don't really have any prospects. I think anybody that really truly, when it comes down to people want to blame Kyle Shanahan as well, but I don't think Kyle Shanahan. I think people aren't really looking at the quarterback coach either. You know, I don't really. You know, it's got to be something. It's got to be more involved than just what we're seeing. That there's got to be more involved behind the scenes as far as these quarterbacks that are regressing and not progressing. They're not moving forward. They're going backwards. From what I see, they're not improving. You know, I mean, even Jimmy. You know, he's known as a backup quarterback. He's never really. He might be our starting quarterback, but he's not a star quarterback.
Delvin, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jimmy came out of school under Tom Brady, so he never got a chance to start.
Yeah.
Also, there is rumors out there that Belichick wanted to start Jimmy behind Brady, thinking he was going to retire. So I don't know that it would be actually completely accurate that Jimmy's not a starter. What I think is Jimmy needs time to develop.
I didn't say. Well, I didn't say he wasn't. I know he's the starter. But he's not a star quarterback. Even Eric Davis himself says he's not a star quarterback. He's a backup.
My only argument against that, and I'll argue with this against anybody, Eric Davis, anybody else. Here's the thing. Jimmy G has had 1 full season as a starter. It's a little soon to decide.
And he won 3 games. He beat Arizona. We beat Arizona, and he beat the New Orleans game.
No, that's not the
backup
point.
Quarterback can get you 3.
No, that's not my point.
They can get you 3.
Okay, my point is this.
But what's your point?
If he had time to develop beyond 1 season, I have a feeling this quarterback is better than people know. I'm not saying that he's a star yet, but I do know that I can recognize his potential. Given some time to develop, within the next 2 seasons, Jimmy G could be one of the premier quarterbacks in the NFL. I really sincerely feel that. But kicking him around because of a season...
He don't be on the field.
Well, then
he don't be on the field.
That is another situation. But Jimmy Ward...
he's injury prone.
Jimmy Ward just played 2 years back-to-back. And before that, Jimmy Ward never played a whole season. It is, to me, you can't judge a player. This is a game of violence, extreme violence. You can't judge a player on whether he's good or not behind him getting hurt. This is what I'm saying.
And I love Ward and Williams on the field together. I think that Ward takes a step back and gets like. I think Ward starts daydreaming when he's on the field. If Williams is in there, I think when Williams and Ward are together on the field together, I think it's phenomenal when it comes to the secondary. I mean, I think they play together just life out. It's just something about them,
Okay, but the coaching staff loves him. What we need to do probably is maybe trust the coaches sometimes when it comes to judging talent. They're with those guys in and day out, all day knowing exactly what they're capable of and what they're not capable of. I think sometimes we jump to conclusions, and it's a fan thing to do, but I don't know that we have expert opinions. We're gonna see though.
Yeah, and another thing that I've not seen this year definitely that's completely flopped from last year is last year no one could touch our pass rush. This year I haven't really seen that. Like last year I was like, oh my God, it's like night and day. Yeah. You see us. I mean, we're trying. We got our heart in the game, that's for sure. But definitely, as far as rushing the other team,
it's not as potent.
it's not. It just isn't. Yeah,
Delvin,
it isn't there.
Yeah, I agree, and it should, hopefully gets better next year. Delvin, we got to go though. Let's see you tomorrow. We get a little longer, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. All
Hey,
right.
happy New Year too. I'll see you tomorrow. Night. All right, 616. Is that Mississippi? Hello. Grand Rapids, Michigan. I got these. I need a C in there. What is your name?
Michael.
All right, Michael. Well, Michael, if you've been listening, we're talking partially about tonight's game, but mostly about the quarterback situation and what the team needs going forward. You can jump on anything you want. It's kind of short, so jump on one or the other, I guess. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a very different offseason than what everyone's thinking. The first thing we got to address is all these injuries.
Oh.
We're going to get a unique opportunity to look at the coaching staff with Robert Saleh leaving, because if we look internally, we're going to have to move some people up, and that eventually we're going to have to bring some new people in from the bottom if we move people up.
I know, that's scary.
So we'll have no excuse to not look at injury prevention coaches. I think the medical staff is fine because players are coming back earlier than they would have in the past. It's injury prevention that's really killing us.
Badly. I mean, I've never seen it. We've had teams get injured, but they were dropping like flies. Remember, we had an average of 2 a week, and not just injuries, serious injuries. I mean, Solomon Thomas and Nick both go down in the same game and not coming back for the rest of the year? Oh, my goodness. Wow, man. And it did from there. It's been on and on every
like
week.
That before.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's hard to blame it on COVID. The first few weeks I can blame it on COVID. But since they've been playing and they're obviously in game form until the middle of the season, then what do you blame it on?
I know, right? And I forgot about COVID, actually. COVID played a role this year as well. But COVID damaged a lot of teams. We weren't even the worst, except for that one game when they took everybody out of the Green Bay game. But, man, some teams have gotten wiped out and had to reschedule, which I don't know why they wouldn't let us reschedule that game.
Oh, and against Green Bay?
Yeah. What?
Ravens got to reschedule like 4 weeks in a row. But.
Well, because I just don't understand. How is that determined? It's too late. It's over. I can't wait till next season to put 2020 completely in the rearview mirror. Because you know what? Winning cures everything. If the 49ers are winning next year, you know what? We're not even having these conversations. What is your name again?
Michael.
Yeah, Michael, we're not even having these conversations because every time the 49ers have lost, since I've been doing this for the past few years, everybody is arguing about who this and what this team needs. And, it's going to happen this year. And then we're going to find out in April whether or not we're drafting a quarterback and trading up pieces, which I can't even imagine. And if we do, okay. But if not, it's going to be something else. And then we're going to argue about that. It's all, it's fun. But winning is what we need. Let's get back to that. We'll see.
Ronbo, if you had to pick one realistic quarterback to go after this offseason, who do you think it would be?
I can't intelligently speak to that. I need to look at quarterbacks a little more. I haven't had a chance to look at them. The guy, funny, I was listening to the sports report the other day. Some of the best quarterbacks that everybody wants got their ass handed to them a couple of days ago. And I says, I thought that guy was supposed to be good. What happened? Ian Book did well, but Wilson, wasn't he buried? There was another guy that got killed. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what? You get those guys on a big stage, and it seems that they're good for college, and they still got beat. So now I bring them to the pros, and somebody says, get Jimmy out of here and hand him the ball. This, to me, is suicidal thinking. They need time to groom and actually season. And if they're good, it'll show up, but not immediately. That's my thinking. So I need to look at more quarterbacks to see who does have the potential. The guy that's in with the Chargers, he is a prodigy. He is actually probably one of the better ones around that came into the pro ranks and did well. Granted, he's got some great talent around him, and that's what it usually takes. Burrows didn't have a lot of great talent. I was kind of impressed with him, but they killed him too because of the fact he couldn't protect him. All of these things fit into the equation when you're trying to make those kind of decisions. If you don't like a quarterback, like a lot of people don't like Jimmy, then you immediately, that's your problem right there. Get rid of him. I'm looking at everything. So when I'm looking at these quarterbacks and see what happens. All right. But anyway, Michael, we got to go. Let's see you tomorrow night if you get a chance, will you?
Will do.
Night. Antoine.
Hey,
all right. Antoine.
Hello?
Hello. Antoine, can you hear me?
Hello, Ronbo.
Antoine. Yes. Come on in, man. We're talking. We're supposed to be talking about the game, but we're having our preseason arguments already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
You don't have to.
I actually came in to talk a little bit about the Jimmy G whole debacle.
Yeah, that's what it's become too.
But I want to say something a little different than what most people have been saying. So I'm gonna just start off by giving you the names of 3 quarterbacks.
All right.
RG3, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan. You know what they all have in common?
Kyle Shanahan being their coach?
Kyle Shanahan as their coach. Now, I just want to say, Jimmy G, you know, he's my quarterback. I'm going to stay faithful to him. He is the quarterback of the 49ers. I don't see a better option than him at this point in time. But if you look at what all those quarterbacks did with Kyle Shanahan as their coach, you know, they went to the playoffs. They were they're divisional champions. RG3 and Kirk Cousins, and Matt Ryan actually had an MVP year under Kyle Shanahan, and went to the Super Bowl with him. And this is all just water under the bridge. But what makes it different to me is that look at them now. You got a backup, a bum, and a decent quarterback on a bottom 5 team in the NFL. And my thing is just people want to say, oh, Jimmy G, he led us to the Super Bowl, right? But I think that's just I'm not going to call them out and say they're wrong, but I'm just going to say that's a little bold to say, because Kyle Shanahan takes like backup QBs pretty far, further than 95% of the coaches in this league can. And I really think that, yeah, maybe we should maybe keep Jimmy around for another year, but I don't think we can definitively say he led us to anything until we see him do it again with Kyle Shanahan, because that's something that none of those quarterbacks did. And if we can see, like, if Jimmy G can consistently lead us, if he can consistently lead us far into the playoffs or to the Super Bowl, I mean, yeah, he's not an elite quarterback or anything, but he's what works for us, and I just think that's the most important thing right now. And spending a lot of draft capital, yes, it could get us an elite quarterback, and that's something that Kyle really has never had before. But I do think it would be the exciting way out, but I also think the risk is just so high, because we have like 40 players that we have to sign next year, or that we're going to take some.
Well, they're free agents
let the
anyway,
rest
'cause
walk.
we're not going to sign 40.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I just think, yes, Jimmy G, he may not be the answer that everybody wants. He may not be an elite quarterback, but he's the answer we need right now, and we just gotta roll with the punches and stick it out with our QB. as long as it seems a viable option for our team.
Oh yeah, and that just goes without saying, because as I say, I'm more interested in further development of Jimmy, the receiving room. Even if the offensive line is what it is, I want to see that unit grow together a little more than 1 year. Because if they accomplished that last year, and granted, everybody says it was all about the run game, which to me is bullshit. But if if my feeling is right, I think next year, if Jimmy can stay on the field and they can stay on the season, that well-oiled machine becomes a jet like nobody's seen from this team. But they do need that time to get out there, and pretty soon they can play blindfolded. But that's what it takes. It takes reps and it takes time. Now, Jimmy getting hurt is a problem, but he's got the speed. He's got one of the quickest releases in the league. He can get this done, but he's going to have to stay on his feet. I'm going to join in on the negative group if he goes down too early again next year. I'm going to be pissed. But I want to give him that shot. Because if otherwise, I mean, I've seen Jimmy G thread the needle, throw seeds in the tight boxes. I know he's got talent, and I recognize it. I want to see that grow together with some elite talent like Ayuk and Debo that I think are going to reach a maturity level next year that we may see some very interesting things. George Kittle is already there. I don't know what we got in Jalen Hurd. If he's going to ever stay healthy, I don't know. But if they get hurt, Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle on the field at the same time, look out. This is what I'm looking forward to. Anyway.
Yeah, and I just think that if we do happen to draft a quarterback in the second round, I don't want a sure pick. I don't want that guy with a low upside who's just going to be
another project.
He's just going to be another Jimmy.
Yeah, not necessarily another Jimmy.
A project.
He needs to be a Jimmy because when Jimmy came to play with the Patriots, he was considered a good quarterback by Belichick. So if he develops,
I want a 2017 Jimmy.
Well, that's what I mean, and he's still the same guy.
Yeah.
He just, he just hasn't had a chance to fully get to where he's going.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Antoine, let me see tomorrow because we're out of time now. We're going to keep it kind of short after the game.
All right.
All right, Antoine.
All right,
have a good night. Hey, Nate. Nate's hanging out with R2D2. Nate! Okay, Nate's probably busy. All right. Uh-oh! That's another part of TNT. I know what to expect now. Oh! One of the founding members of TNT. He is Trez. I didn't give Trey the right kind of intro tonight. I knew he was coming after me. Trez!
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo, go and put some red and gold up in it.
I got a bush here, man, a bundle. Let me go ahead and... Trez! Oh! Trez, I know you TNT brothers stick together, but Trez, somehow I've seen you go in different directions. I'm curious as to where you at tonight. Trez, it's all yours. What's up?
First of all, Ronbo, shout out to you, staff, on such and bringing us all this great content for the whole entire year, this football season. I salute you. I thank you and your staff. And TNT and everybody in that chat, we appreciate you, Ronbo. And all the callers that call in. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful season. Shout out to you and the staff. Then I want to start by thanking our team for all the guys that finished. Thank you.
Well, that's
greatly
that's
appreciate
that,
itself. Guys. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. For everybody who finished, hey, shout out to all the guys that fought hard to stay healthy, to finish the season. Hey, we came up short. It is what it is. Injuries, COVID. It's a number of things that you could point the finger at.
Separating families, getting thrown out the stadium. I ain't never going to forgive Santa Clara
Thrown out your own house. Thrown out your own house.
Santa Clara? What's up with that? Oh.
Yeah. So
So we got a lot to address in the off season. But for right now, let's just give the props to our team, man. Because they could have finished worse than this. I said it would be a 6-10 season when we started losing guys to injury. I said 6-10. People want to say no, I didn't. Go back and check the tape on Ronbo shows. I did say 6-10 is a 6-10 team when the injuries started piling up. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Kyle did a okay job finishing the season with what he had. I think it was kind of outstanding at some points, and some points it was kind of low because the offense wasn't as we know it to be or what it could have been. I think Kyle came up a little short on coaching, but Robert
Trez, I just want to say something about that. There were times in press conferences, I'm sure Kyle actually was frustrated to the point he gave up at one point. I could see it in his eyes. Kyle was so frustrated. His players was going down. They was out there turning the ball over like it was going out of style. He was pissed. He stuck with it, though. But, man, I knew he gave up. He gave up for 1 minute.
That's what he's supposed to do. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to stick with it. He's a head football coach. You got to stick with it. So, because if they see you with your head down, what message?
I know, right? Team? Exactly.
And
them media
so
conferences.
I'm gonna have some more stuff further down the line, Rumbo. I know you want to keep it short and sweet, but I do want to say this right here. I heard you say you want to see the development of Jimmy G.
A little further.
The only way we're gonna see we're gonna see a little further development with Jimmy G is that you get him a better quarterback coach. I will say that. This is not gonna get it right here with what we have as a quarterback coach. So in order to see improvement, you got to go and get a nice, a very good quarterback coach.
Oh, Trez, you know what?
I really
Since Scangarello, you know what? I forgot about that. Since Scangarello left, we saw a complete stop in progression. And I'm talking about CJ and everybody else. Right. CJ looks a little better, but we haven't seen him in a long time. Right. Nick, I'm not sure about, but CJ was definitely Jimmy. I don't know. Jimmy got hurt, and I don't know what was going on there.
Do you see in the offense that when we challenge the field, when we go throw that ball down the field, opens up the whole field of play for us? Like that one pass that Bessett threw to
Richie James? That was beautiful.
It opened up. It's like we got a spark out of that. The offense just went to flowing after that. It's like my partner say, you got to make the defense respect you. If they don't respect you and they line it up in the box area, man, playing your run and shutting that down, and here you go dinking and donking, not even going through progressions down the field. You got to keep them honest, man. You got to take the shots down the field. I want to see Kyle change that next year.
But let me ask you about Richie James. Richie James, he may do some things that make people mad, but do you know he has a way to get open. He could be a downfield threat. That's not the first time Jimmy beat the defense down the field.
But we were the first ones to point that out, Ronbo TNT. You remember? We pointed that out a long time ago. Yeah. That Richie James gives you explosive plays when he's in the game. And why is Kyle not utilizing him?
Yeah,
we said that earlier.
Yeah.
Early in the season.
Because before, there has not been a guy that's really a deep down real threat that you can actually throw the ball and expect to have anything happen other than just throwing it down there.
Right.
Richie
this kid can get separation.
Is legit.
He can get separation. Yeah.
Quickness.
Yeah. But Kyle wasted him on punt return, kickoff return. I mean, that's a waste, man. Come on, man. Kyle got to get better at evaluating talent. That's one thing he has to get better.
And something else too, Kyle, for all intents and purposes, he's still learning his job. He ain't been, but Kyle's 40 years old. He's just been a head coach for 4 years. He does things, he'll never admit it because he's that kind of personality. Because when media ask him questions sometimes, Kyle get indignant real quick with a boy and let him know, hey, I'm in charge here, and I'd do that same thing again. There's nothing wrong with this player. There's nothing wrong with that player. And so you can't, he's got that kind of attitude. So, but Trez, when you get back in there tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo, I'm gonna definitely try to get back in tomorrow and bring you some more. But again, shout out to you, shout out to the whole chat over there. For those who love TNT, we love you. For those who don't, we still love you. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, Ronbo.
You sound like Joe Biden.
All right, have a good one. Have a good one.
You too, fam. Night. Oh, Rakim Jamal, Rakeem, I'm not seeing you in a long time, man. He says, thank you, brother, for everything you do. Win or lose, you keep things interesting and enjoyable. Niners will be back strong next season. Rakeem, I appreciate that, family. And you realize it's all in good sport and fun. You got to talk 49ers, and you got to talk them seriously. And we're talking them seriously. Nate!
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Nate was looking for you a few minutes ago. Yeah. It's a little distorted.
No, I got it back in.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you're okay now.
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, Nate, come on in, man. It's one of those loser seasons where we're going to start arguing and fighting, but it's going to be fun. It provides, it keeps interest in the game. I mean, if we were just winning, what would we be talking about? Nate, actually, losing has its therapeutic benefits as well. The 49ers are going to benefit from it. They're pissed off. They're going to come back next year ready to fire. Can't wait. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, we could talk about next year, but I didn't like the last 2 minutes and 11 seconds that Kyle Shanahan came out with the game plan on the spread. He still had 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning. Why come out on the spread when you still have the option to run the ball and be, instead of being one-dimensional, you have the playbook open to you. You know, that's not good coaching.
You know, Nate, he probably doesn't think he has the right personnel. You know, Kyle can only apply certain personnel to certain things. I think he was trying to keep within CJ's wheelhouse and the guys he had on the field. My guess, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. But go ahead.
Why not line up 3 wide receivers on one side and then one wide receiver on the other side?
Bunch formation.
Keep a man back for blocking. You know, that's what.
You know what I like about that idea too, Nate? You could run with that too. You can run. The wide receivers could become blockers and create. Yeah.
Yeah, because you still have 4 timeouts. You still have a way to win the game. All you have to do is tie the game. It goes to overtime. I mean, and the kicker came out doing great. The new one, I think Robbie Gould's done in San Francisco.
They just re-signed him the other day.
Oh,
he got a 2-year extension. Yeah, Robbie's still with us.
No, this guy, looks like he deserves the job.
I like him
kicking like that.
I was scared when he first kicked. I said, "Oh God, I don't know this guy. Can he do this?" The ball's right down the middle, and that wasn't a short punt. He looked good.
Well, that's what I'm taking out of this. The positives out of that, the kicker, and then CJ missing those open touchdowns that didn't let he didn't let his vision develop. He was like, I don't know, man. He wasn't patient. He was too patient. Then he didn't throw. He was looking at one read the whole night. He wasn't able to see the whole field. All he needs is more playing time, man. If we would have started him earlier, other than Nick Mullins, I think we would have had a chance to make the playoffs. Honestly.
No, I know.
He doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the thing. What happens with these quarterbacks? Jimmy's out way too much. That actually stunts their growth. And then CJ and Nick, I really feel bad for them. They may know Kyle's offense, but they haven't had enough reps. Kyle's offense, it's about timing. The only way you're going to learn to be good at timing, you got to be out there. You got to be there with your receivers, and you got to work on that till it becomes second nature. You know that guy. You know what route he's running. You know where he's going to be at this particular second. It's just like anything else, repetition, and you get good at it.
There's a play I can mention on the field when they were coming in, blitzing Beffert. Instead of cutting inside, Ricky James cuts outside, completely off the reading each other and being in chemistry with each other. That's a huge play in the game.
I know that's
can't stay on the field. We can't keep Russell off the field.
Yeah.
Kerry Hyder wasn't able to get him down.
Oh, so close that one time.
I know.
Jesus. Preseason is very.
And that's why.
Preseason is very valuable to this team. A lot of things they work on and a lot of things they do requires a lot of reps. This offense is that way. If you don't get a lot of reps in this offense, you end up doing the things that we saw. So they gotta hurry up and get to where they're going. Hopefully it's by next year. They've had enough time now to know what they're doing. So we'll see.
Well, the thing is that I fear the way that Kyle Shanahan sits there and drops back like that in an all everybody spread. That doesn't work to Jimmy Garoppolo's talent. It just doesn't work that way, and you know that.
Jimmy's play action all day. I agree. I don't know. Well, you know what? It's like somebody said earlier. If Kyle's going to sit to being in a shotgun, then you better get some serious hogs up in front, Kyle. Damn it. All right. Nate, we got to go, though. We're out of time again. It's after the game time. See you tomorrow if you get a chance.
All right, man. You take it easy. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks,
Nate.
Bye.
Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year. Haven't talked to you in a while.
I know. I just was like thinking, like, okay, how does Witherspoon? I knew it was going to happen. I was like, oh God.
But when?
Because after I saw Witherspoon get beat in the end zone, I'm like, oh God, there goes his confidence for another 2 years.
Because you're right. He was doing so well up until that. Well, he got beat on another play that Russell threw the ball wrong. But he was doing pretty well. I hope that he was looking awfully angry on the sidelines, wasn't he? Oh, he looked mad. You could see the nasty words coming out of his mouth. I said, well, Okello, jeez.
I'm like, Okello, okay, listen, Okello, you did good. I was like, oh my God, after the Cowboys and Washington game, I was like, and the Cardinals game, I was like, do we got Okello back?
I know, I was too.
And then this game, I'm like, oh my God, he's shutting down DK. And then I'm like, oh
Yes.
God, he got beat. And then I'm like, oh my God, he got beat for a touchdown. I'm like, and then I see him, I'm like, is he okay? And then I'm like, oh God.
No, his
He's
helmet's
over there.
off. He's walking down the sidelines. But you know what, though, Hayden? Actually, if K'Wan Williams is there, Okello does not have to cover Tyler Lockett. So I feel sorry for him because he was trying to. Lockett's too quick.
Yeah, he shut down DK though. I was like, okay, and Jason helped him a little bit, but I was like, Witherspoon was like, did you see him talking? He's talking a lot to DK.
I know.
He only had like 21 yards.
He was having a great game. That's why he decided he had license to talk and give DK all the trash. I was so proud of him. But he's not gonna cover the quick guys.
Yeah, I don't think he'll cut. Let's just hope like he comes back and doesn't, hold a Okello. Like remember last year, week 3 till week 1, week 3, he's like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
With Sherman, and then he gets beat that one time against Juju, and it was it.
No, he never returned. He's got to see a shrink. You can't. This is a game where you've got to remain. You've got to go to Jimmy's doctor. You remember how many times did Jimmy throw an INT, and then come back the next series and look like a surgeon? I mean, Jimmy, he gets over mistakes really quick. So Kello's got to go to that same doctor.
When he throws an interception, he's smiling like he's on to something.
Well, I think that's him grimacing. It kind of looks like a smile. But I know what you mean. Jimmy's coming off the field, a snap comes off, then he's got you see all his teeth. I think that's anger. He gets mad when he throws an INT, which is good because then he comes back the next time and tries to redeem himself. Hey, do you remember last year you'd hear about Jimmy G, remember he threw those 5 INTs in practice? And then the next thing you'd hear Jimmy G tore the defense apart. This is an inconsistency with him that needs to be straightened out. I don't know what that's about with him.
Yeah, because and I think he's got to work on himself because his body it doesn't look like he can handle that much punishment left. I don't want him to pull like an Andrew Luck though, where he just retires out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
Really don't. I don't like. He's like, I'm like, oh God, is he thinking like, oh well, I have all this money and I'm getting banged up because my glitchy doesn't know how to block for nothing.
You know what though? He hasn't. You're right about the injuries though. At what point do they get tired of getting hurt and trying to rehab? You know who I'm really worried about when that? Nick Bosa. Nick's been hurt ever since high school. He's been rehabbing these serious injuries. He hasn't had his big payday yet, so it might be okay with him. But Western
Yeah,
Mix
and I'm
win,
like, honestly,
I think
like
he quits.
Kittle's like strong and all this, but it's like, how much can your body take? Like he broke his ankle like 4 weeks ago, Ronbo.
I know. I know. Kittle's he's not human. You know, he wore a flat jacket last year, most of the year. Who plays with a flat jacket and fractured ribs? George Kittle does. My God. I mean, he really gets seriously hurt when he gets hurt, but he'll come back in 2 or 3 weeks. You know.
I know, and then he'll look like the next roster. Like, did you see that catch? I went crazy.
Oh, the one where
I was like, oh God! I thought it was a pick, Ronbo.
I did too. The ball disappeared out of the camera's range, and all of a sudden George just got it. That was amazing. I agree.
And hey, I gotta give my props to Buckner and the Colts. They're in the playoffs. Gotta give my respect to Buckner. I miss him dearly. And I'm still sad about Buckner because I'm like, oh God, what would Buckner be with Hyder? Oh my God.
And Nick. Anyway, Hayden,
No,
great to hear from you. Because we're gonna have to go.
All right.
But I'll see you tomorrow and a little earlier. Okay.
All right. See you
Night,
later.
Aiden. Happy New Year, Aiden. Night. Oh. Well, it's a big show. He wants a QB tonight. He says, I know we signed Robbie, but I hope Tristan Viscano. I wonder how you pronounce his name. Is Viscano? Viscano. Yeah, Viscano. And Gold compete for starting job next season. Really impressive, Viscano. Very accurate and only 24. Is he only 24? Remember the kid we had last year was about the same age, too. So thanks for that contribution. I don't know about that situation. That's a good question. At what point, because Viscano's going to get signed by somebody, probably from a small sample size that they saw tonight. John!
Hey, Ronbo, it's John again.
John, we signed it? Go ahead, John. You must have something important. You came back. What is it? Well, John, you been in tonight? Or are you talking about since last time? Well, go ahead, John.
I called earlier in the show.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to say something really quick because I know there are a lot of people that want to talk to you right now, and then I'll talk to you more tomorrow. But
okay.
You know, there's three types of quarterbacks, and Jimmy G is a system quarterback. He's not a backup. He's a system. He basically fits the system. When he was in New England, who was a system quarterback? Tom Brady. Tom Brady has 9 AFC titles and 6 rings. He knows a system. At the same time, you also have quarterbacks who are stat guys like Matthew Stafford and, Matt Ryan
Russell
and Kirk
Wilson.
Cousins.
Yeah.
They put stats, but they don't win. Those guys were lucky to be on teams that had talent and, got them some wins. Looks like some of these callers, we want Aaron Rodgers, who has 44 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. And, but Aaron Rodgers has 1 Super Bowl.
Which is very weird.
It's so funny how, Aaron Rodgers is better than Brett Favre. So there's 3 types of quarterbacks. It doesn't matter if it's Aaron Rodgers or a system quarterback who has, 6 rings, or Jimmy Garoppolo, who may or may not be on the team. I see a lot of people arguing, Jimmy Garoppolo must go, Jimmy Garoppolo must stay. Here's the facts. Jimmy Garoppolo has to stay 1 year. If he is bad, draft the quarterback this year. So if he is bad, the quarterback is ready.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to say. That's all I want to say.
Oh, I so
that's
agree.
Not good, if that's not good enough for these anti-Jimmy G guys, I'm not here to make you happy. So you can say negative things about me. I'm not here to make you happy, Ronbo. That's the fact. Look at Patrick Mahomes. He was behind Alex Smith. Alex Smith had a great year, but Andy Reid said Patrick Mahomes is the highest paid quarterback. He has a Super Bowl, and his team is like the best team in football. So it doesn't matter what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch do. It's not going to make every 49er fan happy. And that's all I want to say. Thank you very much for taking my call again.
Okay, John. No problem. We'll take it again tomorrow, too, if you've got time. All right?
All right.
All right, John.
Bye.
Have a good night. Yeah. And at the end of the day, winning is going to come down to perfect execution and all the stars being aligned properly. And no matter how much we go back and forth and argue about who should be on this team and who shouldn't, it's going to come down to whoever wins. Because Jimmy G, if somehow Emmanuel Sanders does run underneath that shot, we're not even having this conversation. But because he did miss that shot, he's being held fully responsible for that Super Bowl, which I will not support. So, this is why these arguments in camps develop, because then you take from that anger and you start throwing things like Niner Bot says the craziest things about Jimmy Garoppolo ever said. 95% of them are not true. But this is where it goes. The dislike turns into just throwing insults, So we're going to have fun off season. I'm going to win like I always do. I told you that Eric Armstead was not to be thrown away. I told you that Jimmy Ward, don't throw him away. Wait a minute. I said Robert Saleh, all he needs is something to work with. Wait a minute. I'm telling you, I'm doing the same thing about Jimmy G. Wait a damn minute, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, I don't mind arguing. Bring it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bam. Have a good night. Hit that like. See what I did there? Have a good night. Hit that like. And I love you. Niner! Oh, my God. It's gotten worn out. Niners! Ready to go, baby.